At the beginning of the story, our main character narrates, "My name is Lucifer, and people call me the king of the underworld. My name carries so much fear that even the secret agencies in President House tremble. But no matter how great a person is, everyone makes mistakes. I made one too, a mistake so big that I didn't just destroy myself, I dragged my entire team down with me. That regret has been eating away at me. And maybe because of that regret, God sent me 21 years back in time, to the point where everything began. Everyone who existed in my past life exists here too. And now I have a chance to stop my friends from facing the tragedies that ruined their lives. But ever since I returned, I don't understand something. Where's my real body? I've reincarnated into the body of a boy whose name is also Lucifer, but in this world, even though he exists, it's as if he doesn't exist to anyone. If everything in this world is the same, then where are my original body and my family? Now I have only two missions: save my people and find my real body. I thought this journey would be simple, but the dangers ahead are far beyond what anyone could imagine. I can't live like a normal high school student. I can't flirt with girls like everyone else, because even here, gangsters, the underworld, and military forces still won't leave me alone. And because of them, the king is forced to return to his old battlefield. The story begins by showing us a scene at the secret agency headquarters. We see James handing Max a coffee. James asks, "So, what's going on?" Max replies, "Everything's normal as always. But honestly, how many years are we supposed to keep doing this? It's been 3 years since I joined the office, and for 3 years I've been sitting in front of the same monitor." James says, "You got bored in just 3 years? I've been stuck here for 8. Our only job is to keep an eye on the man living on that boat. The President House gave strict orders. We must monitor him no matter what." Suddenly Max shouts, "Captain, look, the boat, it's moving." James panics. "Why is the boat moving?" Max calls immediately, "Boss, that boat, the one that never moves, it's active." After 8 years, we're seeing the red alert again. The moment the boat moves, headquarters and even the President House go into complete panic. Scene shift to City X coast. James arrives with an entire military unit. James calls out, "Lucifer, can you explain why you've stepped onto land? This is against our agreement. You know the rules. And because of you, both the secret agency and the President House are furious." Lucifer smirks. "Oh, the president thinks he has the right to be angry at me? Call that fool. Let's see how he dares to talk to me." James hands over the phone, thinking, God knows how this madman talks to the president. Lucifer laughs and says on the call, "So, Mr. President, I heard you're angry with me, even after I respected our agreement for 8 years, and stayed off land? But today, I felt like smoking a cigarette and taking a walk. And why are you so afraid of me anyway? You know I don't have long to live. My physical condition means I'll die in just a few days. Let me make this simple. I'll give you the locations of the 16 bombs I buried around City X. In exchange, stop chasing my people. Give them 2 months. After that, they'll disappear forever. If you accept this deal, good for both of us. If not, well, when 16 bombs explode together, the sound will be beautiful. So tell me, President, are you interested?" A moment later, the call ends. Lucifer announces he agreed. "Bring me a bottle of champagne. I want to celebrate." James yells, "You're a monster. You're playing with the lives of millions." Lucifer replies, "What exactly did I do to make you so angry?" James snaps, "I've been stuck in a cabin for 8 years because of you. I joined the secret agency of City X to do exciting missions, but instead, 400 elite agents are assigned just to watch you. You're a walking disaster, Lucifer." Lucifer scowls, "Don't call me Lucifer. I hate that name. Where I come from, people called me the Hell King, because no human or god could ever remove me from my throne." James warns, "Lucifer, you're not leaving today. Once I capture you, this nightmare ends." Lucifer laughs, "After sitting for 8 years, you think you can catch me? The President House knows exactly how powerful I am. That's why they treat me carefully. And like I said, I'm dying soon anyway. I know exactly when and where my death will come. You'll only need to watch me for 5 more years." James shouts to his soldiers, "Everyone stay alert. He's extremely dangerous. He once killed 800 elite soldiers with his bare hands. He's no less dangerous than a bomb himself." Lucifer thinks proudly, "Even in my final days, I'm still fooling the people of City X." Scene shifts to City Y. We see billionaire William walking out of his building. He says, "I don't care about ordinary people. Withdraw my 10 billion immediately. If normal people lose their money, that's their problem." Suddenly, a sniper shoots William dead. The sniper girl says, "My job is done. Boss Lucifer will definitely be very happy." We see that this girl's codename is Firefly. Calling someone on the comms, Firefly says, "That toy you gave me was amazing. I killed William even before he could commit fraud. But I'm really annoyed. Because of him I had to waste so much time. Anyway, tell me what my next task is." Fox replies, "There won't be any next task. Boss said everyone must go underground." Firefly shouts, "Are you crazy? How long are we supposed to stay underground?" Fox responds, "Boss sent a recording. From today onward, we will never take another task. From now on, we have to live normal lives." Firefly snaps, "Stop talking nonsense. Boss is still alive. he would never say something so stupid. Fox says softly, we all know boss. If he said that, then we already know what must have happened to him. Firefly begins to cry. So that means, boss is at his end. Fox says, boss said he's going to hell alone. But we must live good lives, so that one day we may go to heaven. Alright, Firefly, we will meet again in the next life. Firefly steps out of her car, trembling. She begins destroying all her equipment. Then, stabbing herself, she murmurs, without Lucifer, his team has no meaning. And just like that, the first member of Lucifer's group goes offline forever. Scene shifts to City Z. Inside a plane sits the second member of Lucifer's team, Hummingbird. Hummingbird says, boss said he's heading to hell. Fine then, wherever he goes, we will follow. She immediately crashes the plane deliberately. One by one, every member of Lucifer's group begins going offline. Crying, Fox says, if everyone is gone, then it's time for me to go offline as well. Scene shifts to a high school classroom. We see Lucifer, thinking, where have I ended up? The narrator explains, today's date, December 23rd, 2000. Lucifer has traveled 21 years back in time, and is now studying at Jingling City High School. Looking around, Lucifer thinks, this place doesn't look like hell at all. Looks like I really came back in time. The teacher yells, Lucifer, what are you doing? Get out and stand in the hallway. Standing outside, Lucifer thinks, this place is really strange. I never imagined I'd be thrown into a school full of teenagers in the past. God, is this punishment, or a reward? Suddenly a student runs by shouting, look, a girl is falling from the building. Lucifer steps forward and says, I'll catch her. But the girl ends up falling directly on top of him. Her name was Sun Mei. Later, both of them were in the principal's office. Looking at her, Lucifer thinks, good thing she only fell from the second floor. If it were any higher, I'd be reincarnated again. Principal Sun enters and asks, Lucifer, are you alright? You didn't get hurt, did you? Lucifer replies, no, Sun Mei fell on me, but I'm fine. You could even say, I saved her. Principal Sun turns to his daughter, Sun Mei, tell me, how did you fall from the building? Sun Mei says, I was standing on the railing, but suddenly my foot slipped, and I fell. Dad, I swear it was an accident. I wasn't trying to commit suicide. Lucifer thinks, so this girl really is his daughter? Should I ask if she is adopted? Because they don't look related at all. Principal Sun says, Lucifer, thank you so much for saving my daughter. If you're hurt or feel unwell, we can check you here. Lucifer says, no, Principal, I'm completely fine. I'll be going now. Principal Sun adds, if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Lucifer turns back and says, actually, Principal, I do need a small favor. Could you lend me 50 yuan? My bike ran out of fuel, and I need to buy some. After getting the money, Lucifer returns home. He thinks, this world really is strange. Inside the house, he checks the personal documents of the boy, whose body he's in. This guy's name is also Lucifer. Just an ordinary second-year high school student. This school used to be a vocational school until last year. No wonder the reputation is bad. Reading further, Lucifer's parents separated when he was a child. His father left the country and never cared about him. His mother remarried 6 years ago, and left Lucifer with his grandmother. But 3 years ago, his mother and stepfather were arrested for gambling, and are now in prison. A year ago, his grandmother died. Since then, Lucifer has been completely alone. There are no relatives visiting. Only the neighborhood committee checks on him occasionally. Even at school, he has no friends because he stays quiet. Lucifer sighs and says internally, God, you really put me in the body of someone with zero connections. But maybe that's good. The fewer people who know me, the more freely I can move. He checks the date. John says, today is the 23rd. Looks like I've arrived 15 days before that dangerous incident. 15 days from now, Firefly will face the worst moment of her life, an incident so terrible it destroys her completely. No matter what, I have to save her. But Firefly lives in Seoul, South Korea, and I'm stuck here in Jingling City, China. I don't have money, I don't have a visa, and going there through official means is nearly impossible. I'll have to come up with some trick to get there. That night, Lucifer sits cross-legged, trying to focus his power. He thinks, I'm so weak, I can't even move this water with my power. Meanwhile, Sun Mei was thinking, just because I wanted to look at Lucifer, I fell from the railing today. Ugh, this is so embarrassing. She suddenly blushes. Wait, why am I blushing? I didn't give him a love letter. He gave it to me, right? The narrator explains, Lucifer has reincarnated into the body of someone who shares his name. But now he needs to figure out where his original body is. Because if everyone from the past exists here too, Lucifer must also exist somewhere in this world. When Lucifer dials the number of his old home, the line says invalid. He goes to the house he remembers living in. A fat man opens the gate and says, little brother, who are you looking for? Lucifer thinks, my body isn't here either. Walking down the street, he mutters, my old house number doesn't work, and strangers are living in my home. What is going on? He stops at a shop. Give me a pack of cigarettes. Then he realizes, this shop is exactly the same as in my past life. Even that fat guy, in my past life he used to bully me. If everything is the same, then where's my body? He sighs dramatically. I get it. The writer messed up. Writer, show yourself and explain how I got here, whose body this is, and where you hid my real body. Suddenly, the writer actually appears beside him. The writer says, first, calm down. This story cost me a fortune to create, and you want me to reveal everything in one chapter? I'll tell you where your body is, and why you ended up inside this one, but you need to be patient. Next day, at school, everyone was whispering while looking at Sunmei. Did you hear? Lucifer gave Sunmei a love letter. He's so bold, he actually confessed to the principal's daughter. Isn't he afraid her father will break his legs? Blushing, Sunmei thinks, that stupid letter. Now I've become so famous at school. I need to clear this up before Dad hears about it. Approaching Lucifer, she says, are you free for a moment? Lucifer replies, yeah, what happened? Sunmei says, the love letter you gave me the day before yesterday. I read it. I'm sorry, but I can't accept your feelings. I need to focus on my studies. I can't get involved in these useless things. Lucifer thinks, so the original owner of this body wasn't a coward after all. He really confessed to the principal's daughter? Impressive. Sunmei continues, I'm talking to you. I rejected you. Why are you smiling? Please don't do anything in the future that will make things worse for me. Lucifer says, all right, I understand. Sunmei nods, we're students. We should focus on studying. Lucifer says, you're right. By the way, what were your midterm grades? Nervously, Sunmei replies, I ranked 196th in the whole school. Lucifer says, yeah, you definitely need to study. That's a terrible rank. He thinks, this school barely has 300 students. No wonder she's stressing. She really is terrible at studying. Walking away, Lucifer says, focus on your studies. Good luck. Sunmei stares at him, confused. I came here to reject him, but why does it feel like he rejected me? The teacher enters and says, attention, everyone. Next month, on the 10th, we will have a competition with Yenbian School. If anyone wants to register, check the notice board. You will need your parents' signatures and a 150 yuan fee. Lucifer thinks, Yenbian, isn't that near North Korea? If I go there, I can cross the border and reach Seoul. I guess I have to participate to save Firefly. He raises his hand. Teacher, I want to sign up. The teacher looks shocked. Are you sure you want to join the math competition? You have the worst math scores in the entire school. Students laugh. Looks like Lucifer is on cheap drugs again. The teacher continues, open your books. We'll continue the lesson. Later, in class, Lucifer was sleeping during the lecture. Two students whisper, if we don't talk to him, the others will beat us up. Lucifer wakes and mutters, school is so boring. Those boys approach him. Lucifer, do you want to go to the PC cafe with us? Lucifer stands up. Yeah, I slept enough. Time to get some work done. At the PC cafe, Lucifer keeps losing in the game. He thinks, I should have played games in my past life. This is so boring. Suddenly, someone grabs his shoulder and says, hey, bastard, your name is Lucifer, right? Come with me. I need to talk to you. Let's go to the alley. In the alley, the guy says, you two did well. You can go now. Lucifer asks, why did you bring me here? The guy lights a cigarette and replies, my name is Jiaoda, but around here everyone calls me Brother Da. I heard you gave Sunmei a letter 2 days ago. Don't you know Sunmei is someone's girlfriend? Are you tired of giving her a love letter like that? Lucifer thinks, that cute girl, with this gangster? What has happened to girls' taste these days? Lucifer says, really? Sunmei is your girlfriend? Jiaoda replies, not yet, but she will be soon. Now you know what you need to do, right? The other boys add, are you stupid? Brother Da is talking to you. You should answer him properly. Lucifer says, I'm tired of answering with words. Now I'll answer all of you with my hands. He thinks, finally, a chance to use my fists. Scene shifts to Sunmei. Sunmei says, Mom told me to deliver Dad's dinner. She then spots Lucifer sitting near some bicycles. She thinks, why is he sitting here? What is he doing? Lucifer mutters, this isn't mine. Sunmei walks over and says, why are you messing with someone else's bicycle? Lucifer answers, would you believe me if I said, I don't remember which bicycle is mine? Sunmei snaps, you think I'm an idiot? Lucifer says, wait a second, I want to ask you something. Sunmei thinks, why do I feel so weird every time I get close to him? Lucifer continues, could you at least speak to me kindly? I know you're the principal's daughter. You have to maintain your reputation, act perfect in front of everyone, and you never talk to boys. But you don't need to act so cold with me. I'm still a human being. Sunmei replies, if you don't want to talk to me, fine. But why are you giving me lectures? Lucifer says, that's not the right way to handle things. You're still young, you won't understand now. But when you grow up, you'll need to deal with matters smartly, not like this. And after I saved your life yesterday, is this really how you talk to me? Sunmei says, I fell from the 2nd floor. Even if I fell, I wasn't going to die. Lucifer changes the subject. I have a question. Do you know a guy named Jiaoda? Sunmei replies, yes. He stopped me outside school twice. Dad chased him off both times. He's a thug. He keeps trying to follow me. Lucifer says, well, he won't follow you anymore. I've dealt with him quite thoroughly. Scene shift to Jiaoda in hospital. Jiaoda lies bruised and bandaged, shouting, that bastard Lucifer, he's a monster. Back to Lucifer and Sunmei. Lucifer says, "Look, I helped you a lot. Now I need you to help me. Do you know about the NBN competition?" Sunmei asks, "Why are you asking about that? And stop touching other people's bicycles. That one on the side, that's yours." Lucifer asks, surprised, "How do you even know which one is mine? We aren't even in the same class." Sunmei replies, flustered, "I just happened to see it once." Lucifer smirks, "Oh, so are you following me?" Sunmei turns red, "Stop talking nonsense. Answer my question. Why do you care about the competition?" Lucifer says, "I want to participate, but I'm not qualified." Sunmei asks, "You want to go to Yenbian too?" Lucifer replies, "I really love snow. I want to see the snow in Yenbian. Since your father is the principal, I'm sure you have ways to help me join." Sunmei thinks, he was talking so seriously earlier, but now he's talking like he came just to see snow? Lucifer thinks, I don't know if it's this body's influence or something else, but this girl is really cute. Still, I need to behave. I'm not a child. Suddenly Lucifer's stomach growls loudly. Sunmei asks, "Did you not eat?" Lucifer replies, "I don't have any money for food." Sunmei says, "I know about your family situation. I know how hard it must be living alone. And I'm not judging you. I genuinely want to help. If you need financial support, I can ask Dad to get you government assistance. Please don't be offended." Lucifer says, "I suspected it at first, but now I'm sure you do follow me." Sunmei gasps, "No, I just heard things about you." Lucifer notices the food box in her hand. "What's that?" Sunmei replies, "My dad's dinner." Lucifer looks at it with sparkling eyes. Later, Lucifer, happily eating the chicken, says, "This is amazing, so delicious." Meanwhile, Principal Sun wonders, why is there only one chicken leg today? Aren't there usually two? At home, Lucifer trains intensely. He thinks, the best way right now is to strengthen my body. Seoul is 1,800 kilometers from here, and there's a military zone between Yinbian and Seoul. To cross it, I need to be much stronger. Next day, at school, Lucifer arrives at the education department. He thinks, Mr. Liu isn't part of the teaching staff. He was sent here by an education company. Our school's success rate is so low, they might privatize it soon. That's why Mr. Liu works here, and he holds a lot of authority. I need to talk to him. Mr. Liu says, "So, what can I do for you?" Lucifer answers, "Mr. Liu, I couldn't sign up for the NBN tour, but I heard there's still a spot open for a student representative." Mr. Liu replies, "To become a representative, your grades must be excellent, and you need signatures from both the principal and your homeroom teacher. If you have all that, then you can join the tour." Lucifer quietly places an envelope on the desk. Mr. Liu asks, "And what is this?" He opens it and finds a card inside. Mr. Liu immediately changes tone. "Oh, I completely forgot. There are 3 special slots reserved for extra helpers. These positions aren't academic, they're just to assist the group on the trip. You can join under that slot." Lucifer smiles and says, "I don't care how I go, I just need to go." Mr. Liu says, "Prepare your information and documents." Lucifer replies, "I've already prepared everything." Mr. Liu continues, "This afternoon, the names of all students joining the tour will be posted on the notice board. Don't worry, your name will be there." As Lucifer leaves, Mr. Liu thinks, this kid, at his age he already knows how to give gifts. He's definitely not simple. Scene shift to Sunmei, walking home. Sunmei thinks, I failed the test again. I only got 45 points, but I needed 50. Next time I'll score at least 60, though even that's just average. Nothing special. Suddenly a student announces, the list of students going to Yenbian is posted. Everyone rushes to check their names, cheering excitedly. Sunmei thinks, did Lucifer make the list? She looks. Yes, unbelievable. His name is actually on the list. Later at home, Sunmei says, Dad, I want to participate in the Yenbian competition too. Principal Sun replies, I thought you weren't interested at all. Why are you suddenly so eager? Besides, all the spots are already taken. Sunmei insists, I don't care. I have to go. Principal Sun mutters, you're behaving strangely these days. January 3rd, 2001, at train station, Sunmei waits at the station. Where's the school team? Why aren't they here yet? A teacher says, all extra students should help carry the luggage for the group. Sunmei waves excitedly, Lucifer, I'm here. Lucifer walks over to pick up her luggage, but Principal Sun steps between them and says, I'll carry my daughter's luggage. Lucifer says politely, Principal Sun, you're here too. On the train, John asks, Sunmei, how did you join the group? Your name wasn't on the announcement. She replies, I just wanted to come. It shouldn't matter to you. I want to see the snow too. Principal Sun thinks, how did this brat get close to my daughter? I regret not leading the team myself. I just hope she stays safe around him. The train begins its long journey. Mr. Liu says, Lucifer, get me a bottle of water, and put my bag properly in the rack. There's a camera inside, be careful. But Lucifer ignores him. Mr. Liu repeats, Lucifer, I'm talking to you. Lucifer replies, Mr. Liu, let me be clear. I came on this trip, not to be your personal servant, so don't order me around. Mr. Liu snaps, you do realize you're here as extra staff, right? Extra staff means extra work. John says calmly, I bribed you for this slot, and after paying you, I'm not doing your chores. I'll do whatever I want. You can't tell me anything. Mr. Liu glares. You're acting awfully bold for a kid. Lucifer offers him a cigarette and says, Mr. Liu, don't be angry. Here, smoke this. Let your anger float away. Mr. Liu takes a puff and shouts, this is fake. You tricked me again. Later, they arrived at Yinbian. Sun Mei thinks, what's happening to me lately? Because of this idiot, I joined this entire trip. Lucifer walks up and picks her bag again. He says, you relax and drink some coke. I'll do the extra work here. Then Lucifer goes to Mr. Liu. Mr. Liu yells, are you planning to disappear for 4 days? This is a study tour, not your personal vacation. If you wander off alone and something happens, who will take responsibility? Do you want me to get into trouble for no reason? Lucifer pulls out a recording, the recording of Mr. Liu taking a bribe. Mr. Liu freezes. You little brat. You trapped me. Don't mess with me. It won't end well for you. I'm not afraid of you. In fact, I'm furious. Believe me, I'll report you, and you'll be sent straight home. He then mutters, fine, take 200 yuan, travel safely, and don't make mistakes. But then he suddenly stops and asks, wait, why am I giving you money? Why am I letting you go? I could just beat you. Yeah, that's a better plan. I'll beat you, and then you won't go anywhere. Lucifer replies, you're the age of my uncle. Why are you suddenly trying to act like Bruce Lee? Within moments, Lucifer easily defeats Mr. Liu. Mr. Liu trembles. Let me go. I know I was wrong. Lucifer says, Mr. Liu, you caused unnecessary trouble. I told you I'm leaving today. Covering for me will be easy for you. I'm going, and no one should know I left. 36 hours later, Lucifer stands at the border of North Korea and South Korea, ready for the next step of his mission. Lucifer thinks, once I cross this area, I'll reach Seoul, but getting through this place is extremely difficult. The temperature here is minus 30 degrees Celsius. Despite all the obstacles, Lucifer continues moving forward. Suddenly, a soldier appears in front of him. The soldier says, you're an intruder, but Lucifer stands up straight and knocks the man out instantly. He drags the unconscious soldier's body to the side. At the lighthouse, guards talk. I think there was some movement. The second guard says, it must have been a bird. If it were a human, we'd have seen it in the searchlight. Cutting through the border fence, Lucifer thinks, this untrained body is really weak. When I get home, I must train again so I can become stronger. He eats a chocolate bar and thinks, I need calories so I can keep moving, and spot the mines clearly on this field. For most people, crossing a minefield is extremely dangerous. But for Lucifer, this is easy. In my past life, I crossed so many minefields I lost count. Stepping carefully, Lucifer says, just 30 meters more, then I'll be past the minefield. But then he loses balance. His foot lands directly on a mine. Lucifer thinks quickly, I've applied 3 kilos of pressure on this mine. If it explodes, the blast radius will be about 2 meters. If I lift my knee even slightly, it'll blow up violently. He whispers, I need to keep constant pressure and free my body at the same time. He starts tying down the mine's trigger cap. After several minutes of careful work, Lucifer thinks, good, now I just need to disable the safety pin. Scene shifts to the competition. Sun Mei thinks, why did I follow Lucifer here? It's been 2 days since I last saw him. He was in the same group, so where did he disappear to? Meanwhile, Lucifer was still working on the mine. He thinks, I've removed the safety pin, and replaced it with a pencil lead. And because I'm using my clothes as added weight, my body weight isn't directly on the mine. Suddenly, he hears footsteps approaching. Lucifer mutters, God, I've only been reincarnated for a few days. Why are you already trying to kill me? He jumps sideways off the mine just in time. No one's here. Good. He leaps again and lands inside a bunker. This place looks safe. At least there are no mines here. But 2 officers enter the same bunker. One officer shouts, there, an intruder. Catch him. Lucifer charges forward and kills one of them instantly. He throws a knife at the second officer. 1 down, 1 more to go. The remaining officer says, I'm not that easy to kill. I'll finish you. Lucifer replies, you're pretending to be powerful. He attacks and kills him too. Lucifer says, at least I'll get some clothes out of this. He puts on their uniform, and finally crosses the border safely. Lucifer thinks, today is January 6th, 2001. The dangerous incident with Firefly will happen soon. I must save her somehow. He takes a taxi and says, take me to Abujang. He reflects, my story with Firefly began with a mission. That's when we are shown a flashback of Lucifer's past life. Lucifer once received a mission to assassinate a businessman in Seoul, named Haju. Killing him carried a reward of 50 million. Lucifer eliminated Haju's guards with ease, and reached the room, only to find Firefly already there, pointing a gun at Haju. Lucifer narrates, that was the first time I ever saw Firefly, Lena. Lena says, you're his bodyguard? You took too long to get here. Lucifer warns, no, don't do it. But Lena shoots Haju. Outside, bodyguards shout, our boss is in danger. Get inside. Lucifer grabs Lena and runs. The guard shouts, stop right there. But Lucifer kills them, and escapes with Lena to his safe house. He tells her, this is my safe house. No one can find it. Now tell me, what were you doing there? the narrator explains. When Lucifer first met Firefly, she was mentally unstable and dangerously reckless. Lena smirks. So no one ever comes here? Does that mean you can do anything you want to me? Lucifer thinks, this girl is really strange. Suddenly, Lena attacks him. Lucifer grabs her by the neck and knocks her out. Later, Lucifer ties her up and hangs her in the safe house. Don't scream, your voice is extremely irritating. The next day, Lucifer unties her. He says, are you crazy? You were tied up all night, and still won't calm down? Lena asks, why did you save me? Just because I'm pretty? I know what you really want from me. Lucifer replies, you're just a scared kid, who tries to look fearless in front of others. Lena said, I saw you yesterday. You're incredibly strong, you killed a lot of skilled bodyguards in one go. Lucifer replied, well, I don't like bragging, but there are very few people in this world who can match me. If you mention the name Lucifer in the underground world, everyone trembles. Lena then knelt down and said, sir, please help me. I want revenge. I need to kill those people. I'll do anything you say. I can give my life. I can even give up my body. Just please help me get my revenge. Lucifer narrated, and so, I trained Lena for 2 years, so she could take her revenge successfully. After 2 years, Lena had become strong enough to do it. And she did. Crying, Lena said, Dad, Mom, brother, I miss you all so much. But wherever you are, I hope you can rest peacefully now, because I've killed the people who took your lives. Lucifer walked toward her and said, you did well. Lucifer continued narrating, after she took her revenge, Lena finally told me what really happened to her on January 6, 2001, and why she became obsessed with revenge. Lifting her up, Lucifer said, get up, you still have training to do. Although, this is the first time I've seen someone cry while sleeping. Lena held his sleeve and said, can you sit with me for a little while? I'm scared that if I wake up in the middle of the night, I might shoot myself, Lucifer said. You're carrying a lot of pain inside you. Tell me, what's your story? Lena said, this is the first time I'm telling my story to anyone. It happened on January 6, 2001. I remember it clearly. It started like a normal night. My brother had gotten into a fight at school, and Mom was scolding him. Suddenly, a group of gangsters broke into our house. They killed my father, and took all his assets. Then they came toward us. My brother tried to protect us, but they killed him right in front of me. Tears streamed down her face as she continued. I saw the person, who protected me my whole life, die before my eyes. Then they did horrible things to my mother, things no human should ever do. They used her body, and then stabbed her repeatedly, until she died. After killing her, the one who stabbed her, dragged me to the yard, and did the worst things imaginable to me. My mom used to grow sunflowers in that yard, telling me they would protect me someday. But right there, among those same sunflowers, the worst moment of my life happened. Angrily, Lucifer said, if they killed everyone, why did they leave you alive? Lena replied, probably because I was beautiful. They wanted to keep me as a captive. They were taking me away, but I got a chance to escape and jumped into a river. Lucifer asked, and what happened after that? Lena said, after escaping, I met one of my father's friends. He said he would protect me, and took me home. But he turned out to be just as evil. He tortured me all night, and then handed me back to those murderers. Lucifer said, what happened next? Tell me everything. Lena continued, I overheard them planning to deliver me back. So I grabbed a chopstick, and stabbed his eyes out. After that, everything only got worse. I was 16 when it all began. I'm 22 now. Until I met you, my life was nothing but hell. You were the first man, who never looked at my body, never tried to use my beauty, and let me stay with you, giving me a life worth living. You're the only reason I'm still alive. If you order me to die, I will. My life's purpose is to follow your commands. Lucifer said softly, no. From now on, everything in your life will get better. You must let go of the past, and move forward. Never let your past darken your future. Crying, Lena said, everyone else has the ability to shine, but I no longer have hope for myself. Lucifer replied, then you must learn to shine again. From today, I will call you Firefly, because you will bring light, not only to your own life, but to others' lives too. Scene shifts to present. A driver said, sir, wake up. We've reached Apgujeong. Lucifer stepped out of the taxi. My destination is here. At the same time, Lena walked out of her school, and bumped into someone. She said, are you blind? Watch where you're going. Lucifer grabbed her ear lightly and said, you shouldn't speak like that. Lena snapped, who are you? And how dare you touch me? Lucifer said, Firefly, it's been a long time since we met. Lena frowned, Firefly, what are you talking about? Lucifer placed a hand on her shoulder and said, I am someone who came back from hell to help you. I came to wake you from your nightmare. Lena instantly kicked him and ran. Pervert, stay away from me. She rushed to a police officer and said, Officer, that guy over there is bothering me. But when she turned back, nobody was there. Lena muttered, he was just here. Where did he go? January 6th, 6 p.m., National Intelligence. An agent said, 2 of our soldiers were found dead at the border, probably killed by an intruder. Even our minefield activated, yet the intruder got through unharmed. We suspect North Korean infiltration. Another agent said, they've grown bold, killing our military personnel. The chief said, "It seems North Korea is preparing an attack. We must contact the high command immediately. If we find even one infiltrator, we'll kill him on sight. Notify all forces, prepare for war." The scene shifts. Now we see North Korea. A North Korean commander says, "Increase the number of men patrolling the border, and every soldier standing guard must be at martial level. An intruder crossed into our border and killed our soldier. We cannot let those filthy South Koreans mock us. Tell me, who was in charge of the border yesterday when this incident happened?" A man steps forward and says, "General Huang was in charge, sir." The commander growls, "Execute that useless bastard. Anyone who cannot do his job properly has no right to live in North Korea." Scene shifts to Lucifer. Lucifer was sneezing and mutters, "Who the hell is talking about me at this hour?" Eating chocolate, he says, "I've gotten so forgetful, I forgot to bring water. I'm thirsty, but I can't leave now." Then he sniffs the air and says, Smells like chicken soup from Lena's house." Inside Lena's home, her mother scolds, "Why do you kids always fight at school?" Lufang says, "Mom, I'm sorry. I was wrong." Lena scolds him, "Brother, you're such an idiot. You fought and still got beaten up." Lufang argues, "That's not true. There were 4 of them, and I fought them alone." Lena scoffs, "Getting beaten up is getting beaten up, whether it's by 1 or 4. Suddenly, a gangster car stops outside their home. Lucifer says quietly, "It's starting." Scene shifts to Mr. Liu. Someone knocks at Mr. Liu's door. He opens it. "Sunmei, what are you doing here so late?" Sunmei says, "Mr. Liu, please tell me, where is Lucifer? I haven't seen him for 2 days." Mr. Liu replies, "He's my roommate. He's sleeping right now. It's late, everyone sleeps at this time." Sunmei insists, "Mr. Liu, I really need to see Lucifer. It's important. I need to talk to him." Mr. Liu says, "It's already very late. He's sleeping. How exactly do you plan to talk to him?" Sunmei pleads, "No, Mr. Liu, it's really urgent." Mr. Liu sighs, and calls the principal. When the principal answers, Mr. Liu says, "Hello, Principal Sunday. Everything is fine here. And actually, something quite interesting happened." Sunmei whispers desperately, "Please don't tell my dad I came here at this hour. I'm leaving. Don't tell him anything." Mr. Liu laughs awkwardly and says into the phone, No, Principal Sun, your daughter is peacefully sleeping in her room. I assure you, apart from studying, she's good at everything else." After hanging up, Mr. Liu closes the door and mutters while crying, "This job is too hard. I took a bribe for the first time in my life, and from a troublesome kid like him. Now he's the one giving me stress." Scene shifts inside Lena's house. Gangsters break into the house. Lu Fang and his mother panic. "Who are these people?" Lu Fang steps forward and shouts, "How did you get into our house? Who are you?" A gangster kicks him aside. "Move out of our way, kid." Just then, Haju, Young and Tae enter the house. Seeing Haju, Lucifer mutters, "That's the same bastard I received $50 million for. Lena killed him right in front of me." The narrator explains, the destruction of the Lee family began because of these 3 men. Haju and Lena's father had started a shipping company together. By the year 2000, the company had grown huge. That same year, 2 brothers, Tae and Young, loan sharks by profession, approached Haju and demanded partnership. Haju didn't mind working with them, but Lena's father refused because they were criminals. But Haju betrayed his partner. He joined hands with the loan sharks and killed Lena's father. They dumped his body into the river. Present scene, in Lena's house, Haju kicks Lufang violently. Tae grins, "Tonight I'm going to enjoy this girl." Lucifer thinks, "The time is coming. I need to act soon." Tae says, "That bastard Lee Dong was a fool. Sure, my brother and I always dealt in shady business, but we only wanted a fair partnership. Now we'll take revenge by using his daughter." Lucifer's thoughts race. "I need to do something fast, before they harm Lena." Suddenly, an alarm rings through the house. Tae says, "Everyone stay here. I'll check the noise." He opens the window and looks outside. A fire truck? What terrible timing, Young says. "We should change locations. If the firefighters see all these cars, they'll know something is wrong. If the police come, everything is ruined." They forcibly take Lena, her brother, and her mother away. Lucifer thinks, "Good. There's an empty house nearby. I activated its fire alarm, so the fire brigade would come quickly. Now I need to work carefully." Lena said these 3 men killed her father. Thinking about him won't help now. At this point, my job is to save Lena, her mother, and her brother. Fighting inside the house was too risky. If even one gangster escaped, there would be trouble later. But now, they'll take them to an abandoned factory. That's where I can finish all of them easily. Lucifer takes the car belonging to Lena's father and begins following them. Inside the moving vehicle, Haju mutters, "Lee Dong, I feel so good today. You always scolded me, always treated me like a dog. You said I ruined the company's reputation. You were always better than me in everything. Even though we were business partners, no one respected me. Everyone called you the boss. And the woman I loved married you. I told you I loved her, but you didn't care. You married her, and even had 2 beautiful children. Every time I saw your happy family, my blood boiled. It felt like everything that should have been mine ended up with you." Young says, "Brother Haju, you already killed Lee Dong. Isn't that enough?" His wife is yours tonight anyway. Once we reach the factory, you can torture them as much as you want. Haju snarls, I will torture his wife and daughter the most. When that bastard sees their suffering from hell, he'll understand what it feels like to betray me. Scene shifts inside the abandoned factory. Lena's mother pleads, Haju, please let my family go. You and Dong were friends for years. For the sake of that friendship, please let us go. Haju spits, friend? Lee Dong was my greatest enemy. I killed him, and now it's your family's turn. Lena's mother cries, please don't do this. But Haju uses a whip and attacks them mercilessly. Lena's mother tries to shield her children. Haju, why are you doing this? We never wronged you. Why so much hatred? Lu Fang yells, you bastard. How dare you attack my mom? I won't let you live. He grabs Haju, but Haju punches him away easily. The other men surround Lu Fang and begin beating him brutally. Lena, crying, says, if this is a nightmare, someone please wake me up. Suddenly, she remembers what Lucifer once told her, I came from hell, to wake you from your nightmare. At that moment, Lucifer arrives and begins honking the car horn loudly. Tae and Young look around nervously. Who the hell showed up now? Seeing the car, Lena whispers, that's my dad's car. Lucifer steps out and says, I can tell you this, your car is completely ruined. The clutch doesn't work, the brakes don't work. These people worked really hard to kill your family. They even sabotaged the brakes, so none of you could escape. Lena, crying, thinks, is he here to save me? Lucifer says, Firefly, we meet again. Lena realizes, he really did come to save me. Tae yells, boy, who the hell are you? And how dare you come here? Young says, there's no time to talk. Kill him quickly. He saw everything. One man charges forward, attacking Lucifer, but Lucifer dodges instantly and delivers a deadly kick. With just one kick, the man's neck snaps. Young, shocked, whispers, he looks so young. How can he be this strong? Everyone attack at once. Kill him. The bodyguards rush in. Whatever, he's just a kid. What can he do to us? But within moments, Lucifer kills all of them effortlessly. Young trembles. It doesn't look like a child is fighting. It looks like a monster. Within minutes, Lucifer has killed every man except the leaders. Young shouts, Tae, go, kill him. Haju encourages him, yes, Tae, you can defeat him. Before joining us, you were in a special unit. You must remember your skills. Holding his dagger, Tae smirks, right, they used to call me the Dagger King. Killing this kid will be easy. Lucifer says calmly, let me remind you, you are only the second person in this world who has dared to show me a knife. Do you know what happened to the person who showed me a knife last time? Tae growls, I don't care. I'm going to kill you today. He slashes at Lucifer's throat, but Lucifer dodges without effort. Tae steps back, sweating. Unbelievable, your skills are incredible for your age. You can dodge every attack. He keeps attacking, but nothing touches Lucifer. Lucifer says, your skills are pathetic. Who even recruited you into a special unit? Tae yells, stop talking nonsense. He attacks again, but Lucifer punches his hand, disarms him, grabs the dagger, and slashes Tae's throat. Tae collapses, dead. Lucifer says, that's one more gone. Who's next? Haju panics. Tae is dead. I need to run. Lucifer says, running? In front of the greatest assassin in the world? What a joke. He throws his bag at Haju. The impact kills him instantly. Young freezes in shock. This kid's bag was filled with bricks? Lucifer says, what did you expect? Books? All your men are dead. You're the only one left. Young grabs Lena and holds her hostage. Don't come near me. I'll kill her. I know you came here for this girl. If you don't let me go, I won't hesitate to kill her. Lucifer says calmly to Lena, are you scared? You don't need to fear anything while I'm here. No one can hurt you. There's a technique I recently practiced. I'm not perfect at it yet, but I guess I'll have to use it now. Lucifer focuses intensely. Young suddenly feels his body freeze. What? What's happening to me? My body, it's completely paralyzed. I can't even move my hand. Lucifer walks toward him slowly. You are the third person who dared to show me a knife in this world. He kills Young as well. Lucifer says, your nightmare ends here. Are you still afraid? You don't need to be scared. I came here to save you. 6 hours later, at Lena's house, Lena wakes up startled. This is my home. Lucifer says, finally, you're awake. You fainted on the spot from fear. While drinking chicken soup, Lucifer says, tell your mom the soup was amazing. Also, can you give me my jacket back? When you fainted, I thought you'd get cold, so I put it on you. When Lucifer tries to retrieve his jacket, Lena clings to it, refusing to give it back. Lucifer sighs, Firefly, the jacket is mine. You have to return it. Lena finally lets go, and Lucifer puts it in his bag. He says, I heated the soup again. Eat if you're hungry. Because of yesterday's attack, your brother was injured. Your mom gave him medicine. He's sleeping now. Before you woke up, I explained everything to your mom. She will tell you everything. My advice, don't call the police. I already handled everything. If the police come, it will only create new problems. Lena then takes John's hand and places it on her cheek. She asks softly, you're the same age as me, so why do you talk like an adult? Lucifer replies, tell me honestly, you were scared today, right? Whatever you're feeling, let it out. I just want to make sure you never have to live your life scared or trembling. Lena says, if you tell me that, then I'll never be afraid of anything again. But can you tell me who you really are? And how did you know what was going to happen today? You're like an angel, but you're definitely not from heaven. Lucifer laughs. You kids ask too many questions. I told your mom everything, ask her. And yes, your mom was badly injured too, so I healed her using my own methods. She's asleep now and will wake up in about an hour. As for your brother, he was being too stubborn and wouldn't listen, so I had to tie him up. Then John lightly pulls Lena's ear and says, listen to me carefully, study properly from now on, and never use bad words for anyone. There's no need for you to grow up too fast. Don't ever get tattoos, they don't look good on children. And don't start drinking or smoking either, those habits will ruin you. Lena answers, I remember everything you said. I'll do it all, but please tell me, what is your name? Lucifer replies, when the time is right, you'll know who I am, and what my name is. Lena asks, are you leaving now? Lucifer says, I told you, I don't have much time. I have to go. Lena pleads, at least tell me, are you human, or a god? Lucifer answers, the only one I respect is the Hell King. I don't trust any god. Suddenly, Lucifer's suitcase starts shaking. He kicks it and shouts, have you lost your mind? If you move again, I'll keep kicking you. Lena asks, what's inside the suitcase? Lucifer answers, your father's killer, Haju. He's in here. He was useful to me, so I kept him alive. Okay, I'm leaving now. But Lena grabs his hand and says, will I ever see you again in my life? Lucifer asks, do you like fireflies? Lena smiles faintly. Yes, I love them. My brother always catches them for me. Lucifer touches her forehead, making her faint, and whispers, never cage a firefly. A trapped life is a terrible life. Later, Lena wakes up crying, please, don't go. She looks around. He's gone. She remembers the instructions he gave her. He told me to do some things. I should make a list. While writing, she thinks, how can I find him? He told me almost nothing about himself, except that he follows the Hell King, and his t-shirt had Chinese writing on it. She remembers, there's a Chinese dictionary in my brother's room. I'll check whether that writing was Chinese. When Lena enters her brother's room, she says, oh, his shirt said Jingling District. Then she notices her brother hanging out the window. Li Fang screams, please someone save me. That crazy guy tied me up here and left. Scene shifts to Haju's house. Lucifer opens the suitcase and says, it's time for you to come out. Haju trembles. Who are you? No human packs someone into a suitcase like this. Lucifer drags him out. You don't think I'm human? Fine, I'll show you what being a monster really is. But first, open this safe for me. Haju says, I won't do it for free. Promise you'll let me go. Lucifer replies, I won't let you go, but I can give you a painless death. Haju screams, what kind of nonsense is that? Death is death. How can it be painless? Lucifer says, your clothes are dirty. I'll give you one chance. Pick your best outfit. After you die, your photo will look great. Everyone will say you died dressed nicely. Haju bangs his head on the floor, begging, please let me go. I'll give you money, more than you can imagine. I'll give you everything I have. Lucifer answers, first, give me the safe password. Haju gives it reluctantly. There's a notebook inside. Please don't touch it. Lucifer ignores him and starts bagging the cash. I don't care about your diary. I only want your money. He notices a photo and asks, that boat, does it belong to you? How fast can it go? Haju replies, it has a top speed of 30 kilometers per hour. Lucifer says, fine, I'll let you live for now, but I want that boat. Haju agrees immediately, no problem. Take it, just spare me. Lucifer nods. Deal. Where is the boat? They go to the dock. Lucifer also brings a bald man onto the boat. The bald man shouts, you must be mistaken. Why did you bring me here? Haju thinks, this bastard tricked me. Lucifer says calmly, I make no mistakes. Your name is Youngwon, right? In your previous life, your best friend's daughter came to you for help, and instead of helping her, you did horrible things to her. Now I'm going to punish you for that. The bald man shouts, are you crazy? What previous life are you talking about? I've never done anything wrong. Lucifer replies, you'll understand after you reach hell. You'll remember exactly what you did. Saying this, Lucifer ties both Haju and the bald man together with a rope and throws them into the water. Lucifer says, once they reach hell, who will judge them? I'm the king of hell, after all. Suddenly, Lucifer's nose begins to bleed. Lucifer thinks, I used my powers without checking my body's limits. Overusing power is causing dangerous side effects. For the next few days, I need to control myself. Scene shifts to school auditorium. A staff member announces, today is our final event. All students and teachers who came from Jingling must be present. Sun Mei thinks, everyone must be here today, but Lucifer still hasn't shown up. Where is he? I haven't seen him for the last 4 days. Scene shifts to Mr. Liu. Mr. Liu mutters nervously, if any student is absent, the teacher gets punished. I must have been crazy to take money from Lucifer. That kid tricked me and disappeared. If he doesn't show up soon, I'm done for. Just then, Director Feng, head of the exchange program, approaches. Director Feng says, Mr. Liu, you said the student named Lucifer would arrive soon. Why is he still not here? It's already been 30 minutes. You know that no student should be absent today, Mr. Liu says. He must have gone to a nearby PC cafe. You know how kids are these days. They get lost in games and forget the time. Mr. Liu thinks anxiously. Director Feng is already suspicious of Lucifer. If Lucifer doesn't appear within an hour, I'm completely finished. Director Feng says, the event starts in 30 minutes. I'll gather some teachers to search for him. You also search properly. Nothing must happen to that boy. If something goes wrong, I'll hold you responsible. Mr. Liu nods. Yes, Director Feng. Don't worry. I'll find him soon. As Feng walks away, Mr. Liu mutters angrily, this man became director and thinks he's a king, scolding me like this. If I weren't at fault, I'd never listen to him. Lucifer, where the hell did you go? If you don't show up now, I'll lose my job forever. Half an hour later, Director Feng gathers the team. He says, Lucifer still hasn't returned. Sunmei says, teacher, we should report this to the police. A student is missing, in a foreign country. Who knows what situation he's in? Director Feng thinks, if the police find out a student went missing, all the responsibility will fall on me. The education department will blame me for failing to supervise the students. I could lose my position, Sunmei says firmly. I haven't seen Lucifer for 4 days. I'm sure he's missing. Why are you hesitating? Call the police before something happens to him. Director Feng replies, before calling the police, let's search one more time. Maybe he's somewhere nearby. Then he asks, Mr. Liu, since Lucifer shared a room with you, did he ever mention having any relatives here? Maybe he went to stay with them? Mr. Liu answers, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about that. Director Feng says, fine. Then where are his belongings? Mr. Liu replies, in his room, sir. Director Feng says, good. Let's go check his room. Maybe we'll find a clue. They arrive outside Lucifer's room. Mr. Liu is trembling inside. It's all over for me. Director Feng snaps, why are you wasting time? Open the door. Just then, the door slowly opens. Mr. Liu cries in relief. Oh, thank God. You're back. Sunmei sees him and gasps. Lucifer, why aren't you wearing any clothes? Director Feng demands. Lucifer, tell me where you disappeared to. Lucifer answers calmly. I went to a PC cafe for a while. I lost track of time while playing games. Please forgive me. Director Feng shouts. You have no discipline. This is a foreign country. You can't do whatever you want. How can a student behave like this? When you return to school, your class teacher will punish you. You will write a full report and read it in front of your entire class. As Lucifer stares intensely at Mr. Liu quickly steps forward and says, Director Feng, don't be so angry. He's just a child. The event is about to start. Let's go now. Director Feng sighs. I have a lot of work today. Fine, but handle him properly. Mr. Liu says, don't worry, Director. I'll get him ready and bring him. After Feng leaves, Lucifer smiles and says, Mr. Liu, you're a good person. Mr. Liu snaps, you almost cost me my job. When we return, the director will file complaints about me. Lucifer replies calmly, you did the right thing. That's why I deleted the voice recording. From now on, we'll get along just fine. I'm a good person after all. You can trust my words. Mr. Liu sighs. Fine, I'll trust you. Later that night, Lucifer steps outside his room and knocks on a door. A girl steps outside and says, Lucifer, what are you doing here? Lucifer asks, where is Sunmei? The girl replies, she's taking a shower. Did you come here to see her? Lucifer says, do one thing, tell her I'm waiting for her on the rooftop. On the rooftop, Sunmei arrives. Lucifer says, look, it's snowing. I told you, I only came here to watch the snow. Then he calls her closer and hands her a can of Coke. Sunmei says, if I drink this so late at night, I'll get fat. Lucifer replies, it's fine. You can gain a little weight. As she drinks the Coke, she thinks, this guy is so strange. He got scolded so badly this morning by the director, yet he looks so happy right now. Lucifer says, you know, I'm in a really good mood today. Sunmei asks, how can you be in a good mood after being yelled at? Lucifer answers, because today I finally did something I've wanted to do for a long time. Sunmei says, so you really love watching snow? I thought that was just a normal wish. Lucifer says, I've always heard people say they have many regrets in life. Maybe I did too, but in this life, I don't want to leave behind a single regret. I want to live a life with no regrets, and I'll do whatever it takes to achieve that. Sunmei thinks, wow, Lucifer is actually really cool. Lucifer steps closer and says, can you do something for me? Sunmei replies, what is it? Meanwhile, she wonders nervously, what is he going to ask? If he wants to hold hands, fine. But he better not ask for a kiss. At most, maybe a kiss on the cheek, nothing more. Lucifer says, do you know how to write a report? Director Feng told me to write one. Could you please write it for me? Sunmei asks, what kind of report? Scene shifts to Principal Sun's office. Principal Sun mutters angrily, I can't believe that brat has captured my daughter's heart. Just one school trip to Yanbian, and he's stolen her away. I need to find out what's going on between Sunmei and Lucifer. Then we see a flashback from the previous day. Sunmei steps off a train and slips, but Lucifer catches her just in time. At that moment, Principal Sun arrives. Sunmei says, Dad, you said you wouldn't come to pick me up. Scene shifts to present. Principal Sun says to himself, there's no way I'm letting that boy date my daughter. I must stop him. He walks into Lucifer's classroom. All the students whisper, Principal Sun never leaves his office. Someone must have done something really serious. I hope he leaves soon. We can't even breathe peacefully when he's around. Lucifer was sleeping peacefully in the back. He opens his eyes and says, there was a calm atmosphere here a moment ago. Why does it suddenly feel dangerous? He looks up and sees Principal Sun. Lucifer thinks, what is this old man doing here? Principal Sun announces, students, I have something to tell you. Your class teacher, Mr. Wu, slipped on the snow last night and got injured. Until he returns, I will teach your class. For the next 5 days, you will have tests. I will check how much of your coursework you actually know. Anyone who fails will clean the snow in the schoolyard. Lucifer thinks, why does it feel like he's aiming this announcement directly at me? After school, Lucifer was outside, shoveling snow. He thinks, I knew it. This old man came to target me. He has a lot of authority in this school. I should avoid offending him. Sunmei arrives and says, Lucifer, what are you doing? Lucifer replies, I failed the test, so I'm cleaning snow. But what are you doing here? Sunmei says, you must be thirsty. Here, drink some water. And how long will you keep cleaning like this? I had nothing else to do, so I'll help you. Watching them, Principal Sun cries dramatically, why do I feel like everything is going wrong for me? What does my daughter see in this boy? Next day, Principal Sun says again, Lucifer, you must clean the yard. Lucifer responds, Principal Sun, you can't send me today. I passed the test. Principal Sun snaps, you cheated. I saw you cheating, so you must clean the yard. Third day, Principal Sun says, Lucifer, go clean the snow. Lucifer says, but there wasn't even a test today. Principal Sun responds, as a student of this school, is it not your responsibility to help clean the snow? Fourth day, Principal Sun says, today also, you must clean the snow on the ground. Lucifer replies, but I got the top score on today's test, and I completed all my homework. Why should I clean snow today? Principal Sun says, I'm going to ask you a few questions. If you can't answer them correctly, you will clean the snow. He begins questioning, tell me, when was our school founded? Lucifer answers, 1997. Principal Sun asks another question, when is Sunmei's birthday? Lucifer replies, September 18th. Principal Sun says, so you pay attention to these things. That means you are cleaning the snow today. Fifth day, the class teacher finally returns. But at that moment Principal Sun enters the classroom again. Lucifer thinks, this old man again, but it's fine. I brought a broom with me. Principal Sun asks, why are you holding a broom? Lucifer answers, well, cleaning has basically become my daily job now, so I stay prepared. Also, the brooms in this school are such bad quality, so I brought one from home. Principal Sun says, put the broom away. It hasn't snowed in 2 days, so there's nothing to clean. Come with me to my office. I need to talk to you. In the principal's office, a police officer was waiting. He says, is your name Lucifer? Lucifer replies, officer, did you come to see me? Did I do something wrong? Principal Sun explains, Lucifer, this is Officer Zheng. He has come here from Longtan prison. Officer Zheng says, your mother, Jihua, is serving a sentence in our prison. Recently she requested permission to meet her family, and because of her good behavior, she was granted it. But, no one has ever come to visit her. We know you are the only surviving family member, yet even you never come. Lucifer thinks, I still don't know why the original owner of this body never visited his mother. Officer Jin continues, your mother misses you very much. She specifically asked to speak with you. Boy, don't you want to meet your mother? It's been years since she last saw you. Lucifer thinks, I read this body's past. His family really treated him badly. Maybe that's why he never wanted to see them. Principal Sun thinks, I treated this boy so harshly. I didn't know his life was already so painful. He steps forward and says, Officer Zheng, he is my student. Let me talk to him. Please return for now. Officer Zheng says, visits from family help prisoners immensely. They try their best to improve themselves. Principal Sun replies sternly, why are you pressuring this child? He's still young. Discussing such heavy things puts enormous stress on him. I said I'll talk to him. If there's any decision, I'll call you. Officer Zheng nods and leaves. Lucifer thinks, so this old man actually has a good heart. After the officer leaves, Principal Sun sits beside Lucifer and says, I read your school records. Now I know everything. What happened in your family, what your mother and others did to you. I didn't know your life was so difficult. But listen carefully, you are a very mature child. Whether you want to meet your mother or not, the decision is entirely yours. Don't put pressure on yourself. Live your life freely. Also, it's late. No one is home cooking for you, right? Come with me, we'll have dinner together. At Sunmei's house, Sunmei was eating corn when the door opens. She says, Dad, you're back. Lucifer steps in behind him and says, and I came with your dad. Seeing Lucifer, Sunmei instantly blushes, and runs to her room. Sunmei thinks, I didn't expect Lucifer to come home with Dad. And I was sitting there eating corn like that. He saw me dressed so casually. Meanwhile Lucifer thinks, she's actually really cute. Principal Sun thinks anxiously, why does it feel like I brought a wolf into my house? What if this decision backfires on me? Principal Sun says, first, both of you finish your homework. Lucifer, do yours in the living room. Sun Mei, you, go to your room. If either of you talk, I won't spare you. The two sit down to work. Sun Mei thinks, Lucifer is just acting calm. He isn't scared of my dad at all. Suddenly Lucifer scribbles something on a note, and signals Shoulda Sun Mei. She wonders, what did he write? She opens the note. Lucifer had written, your dad is actually a very good person. Mei thinks, if dad brought Lucifer home, does that mean he approves us? Wow, dad, you're actually so nice. Meanwhile, Principal Sun keeps staring at the two of them. He thinks, even though I told them not to talk, they're still chatting away, and they're ignoring me like I'm not even here. Lucifer slips another note to Mei and whispers, your dad is really strange. How can he read the same newspaper for 2 whole hours? Reading the note, Mei bursts into laughter. Principal Sun, feeling defeated, thinks, Lucifer has sent her at least 32 notes, and Mei has looked back at him 57 times. They've basically been talking for an hour, and they're acting like I don't exist. Finally, he snaps. Standing up irritably, Principal Sun says, what exactly are you two doing? Mei asks, Dad, what happened? Principal Sun answers, no, nothing. Your mom must be tired from work, so I'm going out to bring dinner. Outside, Principal Sun sighs. The biggest mistake of my life was bringing Lucifer into my house. I'm not repeating this again. During dinner, Principal Sun says, Lucifer, Mei, you two need to eat properly. Mei hands Lucifer a piece of food and says, try this. Principal Sun thinks, they're doing this even while I'm right here. Sun Mei says, Dad, taste it, it's really good. A little later, Principal Sun says, after dinner, go straight home. It's unsafe to be out late. Lucifer replies, it's fine. I'll eat a little, then walk home. Actually, could you give me one more bowl? After this, we can go for a walk. Principal Sun interrupts sternly, no more food. It's bad for your health, and neither of you are going for a walk. Turning to Lucifer, he says, go home. Now, he practically pushes Lucifer out of the house. Outside, Lucifer smiles and says, honestly, this family is really nice. As he steps into the corridor, he sees a woman. He thinks, that woman who just passed by, she looks so much like Sun Mei. She must be Mei's mother. Then Lucifer notices a cigar in a car. He thinks, this cigar has the same scent I smelled on Mei's mother. Just what exactly is going on in this family? Monday morning, Lucifer was at a PC cafe playing games, when Principal Sun appears and shouts, why did you skip school today? I've been searching for you everywhere. Lucifer says calmly, Principal Sun, you shouldn't take me so seriously. Come sit, let's smoke together. Principal Sun scolds him, where did you learn these strange habits? Lucifer says, wait, I'll light your cigarette for you. Principal Sun grabs it from him and says, this is not good for you. Kids today try to act cool by doing ridiculous things. Later, when you look back, you'll realize you destroyed your life. I know you've had a difficult life. You avoid people, you're irritable, but Lucifer, how long will you keep living in the past? Do you have any plans for your future? Lucifer replies, I haven't thought about any future plans yet. Principal Sun says, you're getting older. If you keep wasting time, what will you become? Society is harsh. If you can't keep up, it will throw you out. I don't want you to become a useless delinquent. You're a good kid, and I want you to live a good life. Lucifer says, you misunderstand me. I'm not going to become a gangster. I just prefer being alone. It's peaceful. Principal Sun asks, what's so enjoyable about being alone? Lucifer answers, you wouldn't get it. I've lived alone for a long time. I like being free, with no worries, eating whenever I want, doing whatever I want, and if I feel like joking around, well, your daughter is always nearby. Principal Sun freezes. What did you just say? Lucifer quickly says, I was joking. Anyway, you're a good man and a great teacher, but please, just ignore me. I'm not someone you need to worry about. I promise I'll never walk the wrong path. Principal Sun says, you want freedom, but how will you survive in the future? Lucifer thinks silently. He doesn't know I have thousands of dollars and gold coins at home. I'm already set for life. Even if I live a luxurious life, this money won't run out for 20 years. Why should I work hard? If I wanted, I could kill a corrupt man in an instant and take all his property. Principal Sun said, I have a letter for you. I worked very hard to find you a part-time job. Finally, I found one that requires very little time, yet pays very well. You can work there without hesitation. You still have 2 years left of high school, so work hard, save money, and then you won't face any problems in university, because university expenses are very high. Lucifer replied, Principal Sun, has anyone ever told you that you're a crazy person? Inside, Lucifer was thinking, in the next 20 years, kind-hearted people like him will disappear from society. He doesn't even know who I truly am, yet he treats me as if I were his own son. Principal Sun said, sometimes you say such strange things that I don't understand at all. Anyway, I have a class this afternoon, so I have to go. And don't skip classes again without telling me. Later that evening, Lucifer said, I'm exhausted after gaming all day. Honestly, doing nothing is such a blessing. But, Principal Sun, forgive me. I won't go to school tomorrow either. I'm going to meet this body's mother in prison and find out why she wants to see me. The next day, At Longtan Prison, at the gate, Lucifer said, "Hello, my name is Lucifer. I'm here to meet one of your prisoners." Inside, a guard told Jihua, "Prisoner Hua, your son has come to see you." Jihua began crying. "Lucifer, how have you been? I know you hate me. That's why you never came to see me." Lucifer said calmly, "Who told you I hate you? I have no personal grudge against you. Please calm down." Jihua asked, "Are you telling the truth? Even after everything terrible I did, you don't hate me?" Lucifer replied, "I understand. You had your own life. You left me with grandma, and even sent some money. Compared to dad, who disappeared without leaving anything, you're actually much kinder. I brought some chocolates and cookies for you. I hope you like them." Jihua said, "I'm doing well in here, and I might be released soon. But how are you living? Your grandma passed away, right?" Lucifer replied, "After grandma died, my teachers and friends took good care of me." Jihua said, "That makes me happy. Lucifer, when I get out, I'll take proper care of you." A prison officer approached and said, "Time is almost up. Wrap up your conversation." Lucifer said, "Then I should go now." But Jihua stopped him. "Lucifer, there's one more thing I want to say. This is just a request. You may accept it or ignore it. After my second marriage, I had a daughter. You could say she's your stepsister. Could you please go and see her once? She's only 5 years old. I worry about her a lot. I keep having nightmares that her life will turn out badly. If you don't want to meet her, it's fine. I understand. She isn't your real sister." Lucifer thought, "So I have a sister? Honestly, living with a sister sounds more fun than living alone." He said, "All right, I promise I'll go see her." Outside the prison, a woman from the Women's Federation approached him. Lucifer said, "Admin Lu, I'm going to meet my sister with you today. Let me quickly buy some snacks and things for her." Admin Lu thought, he looks arrogant, but he's actually very kind-hearted. Admin Lu said, "I've visited your sister many times. She's really adorable. When her parents were suddenly in prison, they didn't have much money left. So the neighborhood community decided to take care of her. Every month, the committee raises funds for her, so she has no problems with food or living expenses. The money goes into her uncle's account. He's the one looking after her now." Lucifer said, "Thank you for taking care of her when she has no family left." Inside, he thought, "So Jihua's husband went to jail, and now his brother is raising my sister. Honestly, her life is probably much better than the life this body had. And the community raising funds for her, I have to appreciate them." At room number 602, a woman opened the door. "Admin Lu, welcome." Admin Lu said, "This is Uncle Gu, and this is Aunt Fong. Uncle Gu is the child's uncle, and this is Lucifer." Uncle Gu said, "Lucifer, who are you? I didn't recognize you." Lucifer said politely, "Sorry to bother you. I'm here to meet my sister. I'm Jihua's son." Uncle Gu said, "Oh, so that's how it is. Come inside, sit down. I'll ask my wife to bring your sister out. She's very shy. She usually stays inside her room." Aunt Fong called out, "Freya, your elder brother is here. Call him brother." The little girl peeked out and said softly, "Hello, brother. How are you?" Uncle Gu said, "Raising children is difficult, especially shy ones who hardly talk." Aunt Fong added, "Freya is very picky about her things. The sweater she's wearing, she chose it herself. And it wasn't cheap. You all chat. I'll go bring lunch." Lucifer peeled a banana and handed it gently to Freya. Freya, blushing, thought to herself, "How can I accept this?" Uncle Gu said, "Your brother is giving you something to eat. You should take it." Only then did Freya happily accept the banana and begin eating it. Lucifer said, "Freya, I brought many things for you. Would you like to try these snacks?" Just as Freya was about to take them, another child ran over and snatched the snacks away. That boy said, "Freya isn't used to eating expensive food. This is all mine." Uncle Gu explained, "That's my son. He and Freya always play together." Lucifer replied, "Oh, they're the same age? It must be tough taking care of both of them." Uncle Gu sighed, "You're absolutely right." Then Aunt Fong came out and said, "I've prepared lunch. Everyone, please come eat." While eating, Aunt Fong said, "Freya, you should eat properly. And Lucifer, you too, the food is very tasty today." After lunch, Lucifer and Admin Lu stepped outside. Admin Lu said, "Honestly, Freya's uncle and aunt are quite kind. Otherwise, after her parents were arrested, who would have taken care of her? The good thing is, her life hasn't been ruined." Lucifer, "Please don't worry. Our federation will always look after your sister." Lucifer replied, "Thank you, truly." Admin Lu said, "Well then, I'll leave. I have a lot of work." Lucifer thought, Admin Lu is sincere, but she's too young and lacks experience. She says Freya is doing fine, but she didn't notice anything. "When I entered the house, I saw many clothes drying on the balcony, but not a single item belonged to a 5-year-old girl. This means Freya has very few clothes." Her guardians lied, saying she is picky about clothes. Her sweater was neat, but clearly not new. Anyone could tell it was 2 or 3 years old, and not even a girl's sweater. It was meant for a boy. Probably Aunt Fong dressed Freya in her son's old sweater. During lunch, that 7-year-old boy was misbehaving, yet kids that age can usually eat properly. But Freya didn't leave even a single grain of rice, and she ate her chicken very carefully. That made it obvious, she doesn't get enough proper food. These people, Uncle Gu and Aunt Fong, are greedy. They kept Freya only for the money, but they don't spend a cent on her. Now I understand why Jihua was so worried about her daughter, and why she begged me repeatedly to check on her. Normally, I don't care about such things, but in this world, I have no family, and she is the only family member I have. I cannot let her suffer. Lucifer went to Uncle Gu's door. Just as he was about to knock, Uncle Gu opened it. Inside, Lucifer saw Aunt Fong beating Freya. Aunt Fong was shouting, "I told you to stay silent when I hit you. If the neighbors hear you, what will they think? I told you to wash the dishes, but you broke a bowl. We don't get thousands of dollars to raise you, we only get $200. And now you break things, and make us suffer losses." Uncle Gu saw Lucifer and snapped, "Boy, what are you doing here?" Lucifer, furious, said, "How dare you lay a hand on my sister?" He kicked Uncle Gu hard. Lucifer continued, "You were pretending to be nice earlier, but the moment we left, you started beating her." Aunt Fong charged forward, "How dare you hit my husband?" Lucifer said coldly, "Move aside, or I won't spare you either." He grabbed Uncle Gu by the leg, and dragged him across the floor. Uncle Gu panicked. "What are you doing? Let me go. I will call the police." Just then, the grandmother stepped forward. "Let go of my son." Lucifer glared at her. "You old woman, do you think you can stop me? Weren't you ashamed? Your daughter-in-law was beating your granddaughter, a 5-year-old child, and you stood there watching. But now that your son is in trouble, you suddenly care? Shame on you." The grandmother shouted, "You're just as worthless as your mother. She married my son, and then gave birth to this demon. Ever since she was born, my son's life was ruined. He was living well, but who knows what evil luck she brought. He ended up in prison." Lucifer replied, "Your son went to jail, because of his own crimes. This child did nothing wrong, so why are you calling her a demon?" Then Lucifer lifted Uncle Gu, and hung him out the window. Uncle Gu screamed, "Someone help me. This boy will kill me." Lucifer growled, "If you utter one more word, I'll drop you without hesitation." He turned to the old woman. "And you, if you take even one step forward, I'll throw your son down right now." Aunt Fong grabbed the grandmother and said, "Mom, don't move. If he gets angry, he'll drop him." And Lucifer, "Please calm down. Put my husband down. If you have something to say, we can talk and settle this peacefully." Lucifer said, "Finally, you people are ready to talk like normal humans. Good, then I won't use force." He threw Uncle Gu back into the room. Grandma shouted, "Son, are you okay? And you, boy, if you have even a little courage, stay right here. I'm calling the police." Aunt Fong added, "Yes, we'll send you to jail just like your mother." Lucifer smirked, "Uncle, your mother and wife sure have guts. Even after watching you hanging outside the window, they still haven't realized how strong I actually am." Uncle Gu cried, "What are you two doing? I'm the one who's going to die." Lucifer, "Please calm down. You're like a family member to us." Lucifer replied, "You're saying all this way too late." He walked into the kitchen and picked up a knife. Grandma screamed, "If you want to kill my son, you'll have to kill me first." Lucifer said coldly, "You're lucky. I'm not in the mood to kill anyone today. But if you don't stop your disgusting behavior, I will kill someone in this house." Aunt Fong shouted, "If you do anything, the police will arrest you." Lucifer replied, "I'm still underage. Even if I kill all of you, I'll be out in 2 or 3 years. So don't test me. I can kill you." Uncle Gu trembled. "Didn't you hear me telling you to calm down?" Lucifer, "There's no point fighting. I know you're angry. I'll do anything to calm you down. If you want us to treat your sister properly, we'll do that. I promise." Lucifer said, "I don't believe a single word that comes out of your filthy mouths. I have a much simpler solution. I'm taking my sister with me." Aunt Fong panicked, "But if Freya leaves, what about the money we get for her?" Lucifer snapped, "So that's it? You're keeping my sister for $200 a month, and for her parents' property? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your money. You'll keep getting the monthly payments. Just send my sister with me." Uncle Gu tried again, "But you're not understanding." Lucifer kicked him hard, dropping him to the floor. Lucifer said, "I'm not asking for permission. I'm telling you, if you have the guts, say no. But what happens afterward will be very dangerous for you. Remember, your son is just 7 years old, and goes to school." Aunt Fong broke down, "Fine. Take your sister and leave. Just never come back, ever." Lucifer sighed, "That's what I've been trying to say from the start. You people created all this unnecessary drama." He knelt beside Freya and said softly, "Do you want to come with me? I'll make sure you eat on time, and no one will ever hit you again." Freya, crying, said, "If you don't hit me, then I'll go with you." Lucifer smiled, "I promise. From today, call me brother. What's your name?" She said, "My name is Gufreya." Lucifer replied, "This family is horrible. You don't need to use their surname ever again." He took Freya's hand, and began walking toward his home. Outside Lucifer's house, he was surprised to see Sun Mei standing there. Mei said, "Lucifer, you finally came home." Lucifer asked, "Mei, what are you doing here?" Mei replied, "I called you at least 100 times since morning. You didn't pick up even once." Lucifer said, "Sorry, I didn't realize my phone battery died." Mei then looked at Freya and said, "This little girl is so cute. Who is she? What's she doing with you?" Lucifer casually said, "Oh, she's my daughter. Freya, call me Dad." Freya immediately said, Dad. May froze. How is that even possible? Freya turned to Lucifer, confused. Brother, why are you telling me to call you Dad? May smacked Lucifer lightly and shouted, when will you stop joking around? Lucifer replied, you still haven't told me what you were doing here. May said, and where were you all this time? Do you know how worried my dad has been about you? Just a while ago, he was looking everywhere for you. He even found a job for you, and told you to go work, but because of the snow, his bicycle slipped, and he badly injured his leg. Lucifer asked, how long have you been waiting for me here? He then grabbed May's hand and said, your hands are freezing. You must have waited for me for a long time. May quickly replied, no, that's not true. I just arrived. Lucifer nodded, alright then, let's go. May asked, where are we going? Freya thought to herself, is this girl my brother's girlfriend? Lucifer said, it's really late, and it's getting colder. Let's go eat something hot. Soon, they arrived at KFC. Lucifer said, I don't understand why your dad worries so much about me. Sometimes, he really overdoes things. May replied, you don't know what happened to my dad in the past. Some time ago, he wasn't a principal, he was a teacher. He once brought a student home for dinner. That child lived alone and had no family. He wasn't good at studying and was always fighting. My dad tried to advise him, telling him that fighting wouldn't benefit anyone. He even promised to help him find a job. But the boy didn't listen. He pushed my dad away. Later that night, the boy came back crying and apologized. But my dad didn't forgive him. He believed the boy was dangerous, because he couldn't control his anger. A few years later, that boy was found dead on the road. It turned out he had fought with gang members, and they stabbed him to death. After that, my dad completely changed. He even quit his job as a teacher. That's when my parents started fighting a lot. He was worried about you for the same reason. You suddenly disappeared, and he was terrified that he might lose you too. The regret of not saving that student still haunts him. Lucifer nodded quietly and said, I understand now. He's afraid I'll end up the same way. Then he smiled faintly. Given what he went through, his concern makes sense. Lucifer noticed Freya staring at the food and said, why are you just looking at it? Go ahead and eat. There's nothing to be shy about. I'm your big brother. Freya handed him a piece and said, you eat first. Lucifer replied, no, you start. It's fine. A waitress came over and said, I brought ice cream for you. While eating it, Freya smiled, this is really tasty. She then said softly, brother, please eat too. And, can you promise me something? Please don't ever send me back. I promise I won't cause you trouble. I can bathe by myself, clean the floor and table, and I can even cook a little. I'll help you with everything. Lucifer said gently, I told you, you don't need to act like that. From now on, you'll live with me permanently. You'll never have to go back to that awful place again. Freya replied seriously, I promise I'll never do anything bad. May asked Lucifer, surprised, is she really your sister? You're so rude and arrogant, but she's so sweet, and you don't even look alike. Lucifer smiled, that's a long story. He then said to May, tell your dad you're having dinner with me, or he'll worry. May replied, he won't notice. My parents are fighting again today, and their arguments usually last a long time. Before, my dad never fought back, but recently, he started responding. My mom is always busy and rarely comes home. When she does, it feels like she's just looking for a reason to fight. Lucifer said, you're still a child. You shouldn't get involved in adult matters. May nodded, my dad says the same thing. He gave me 50 yuan today, and told me to go enjoy myself, since the atmosphere at home wasn't good. Lucifer laughed, then give me that money. May protested, why should I give it to you? Lucifer replied, well, our bill is exactly 50 yuan. If you pay, we're even. May smirked, you already have money today, so I'm not giving it to you. Outside May's house, May said, thanks for walking me home. Freya added, take care, sister. May smiled and said, give me a hug. Lucifer joked, I only came to drop you home, it's not that big a deal. But before he could finish, May hugged Freya tightly and said, Freya, you're really cute. Lucifer said, alright, Freya, let's go. As they were leaving, May's mother suddenly arrived. Lucifer thought, she came in the same car I noticed last time. Something about May's mom feels suspicious. The next morning, Freya said cheerfully, brother, wake up. It's time for breakfast. Lucifer looked at the food and asked, did you make this? Freya nodded, I told you, I can cook a little. Lucifer was shocked, you're only 5 years old, and you already know how to cook? Freya panicked, brother, did I do something wrong? Lucifer smiled, no, but you don't need to do these things. Still, the noodles are really delicious. Freya said, please eat quickly so you can go to school, or you'll be late for no reason. Lucifer replied, if I go to school, who will take care of you? That's why I'm skipping school today. Then he thought, even though she's taking care of me, she's still only 5 years old. Freya said quietly, I can take care of myself. I don't want to become a burden. Otherwise, one day you'll hate me, and send me back. Lucifer immediately said, don't worry, I'll never send you back. And stop crying, I'm going to school. Freya smiled, yes, you should go to school. It's important for you. After school, Lucifer said suddenly, where's my bicycle? I clearly remember parking it here, but it's gone. Lucifer walked up to the security guard and asked, has my bicycle been stolen? Did you see who took it? The security guard rubbed his eyes and replied sleepily, is school already over? I had a really good nap today. Lucifer sighed and said, all right, fine. I'll figure out myself who took my bike. Later, Lucifer brought a new bicycle and locked it to a pole. He thought to himself, whoever stole my bicycle will definitely come back to steal this one too. All I have to do is stand at a distance and watch. Soon enough, two men approached the bicycle. The man wearing a cap said, hurry up and break the lock before someone shows up. The two men took the bicycle and left. Lucifer smiled inwardly, they've walked right into my trap. The scene shifts to the black market, Lucifer said. I'm not surprised at all that they brought the bicycle here. This place sells the best quality stolen goods anyway. The two thieves approached a bald man and said, boss, we've got some new merchandise. The bicycle is brand new and excellent quality. The bald man asked, where did you get it? One of them replied, we picked it up from the Jingling district. It's pretty far from here. The bald man nodded, all right, come take your payment. One thief hesitated and said, boss, this bicycle is completely new. Shouldn't we get a little more money? The bald man snapped, stop talking nonsense and take what I'm giving you. Just then, someone arrived at the gate and tried to open it. The bald man shouted, hey, what are you doing here? Lucifer replied calmly, sir, I have a question for you. The bald man growled, I'm not answering any questions. Get out of here right now. Instead, Lucifer pulled out a chain, stepped inside, and closed the gate behind him. The bald man sneered, kid, I'll give you a chance to run. If you don't, you're done for. Lucifer replied coldly, I'll give you the same option. Tell me where you've hidden all your money, and you'll be spared. The bald man laughed, are you threatening me? Do you even know who I am? The narrator explains, this man's name is Wu Dali. When he was younger, he spent 2 years in prison for fighting. Because of good behavior, he was released after 6 months. After getting out, he stopped fighting and started selling stolen goods. Normally, Dali never loses his temper, but if he gets angry, he becomes completely insane. Dali charged at Lucifer. In an instant, Lucifer threw his chain, wrapped it around Dali's leg, and yanked hard. Lucifer said calmly, now you're going to feel some real pain. With that pull, Dali felt something crack. Lucifer warned him, answer me, or I'll double the pain. Terrified, the bald man shouted, all my money is kept in a local locker. The password is, I love you 3000. Lucifer nodded, you should have said that earlier. Then you wouldn't have gotten hurt. Lucifer emptied the locker, took the money, and left. The bald man screamed in rage, how dare that bastard do this to me? He immediately made a call, bring everyone here right now. Someone attacked us. Meanwhile, Lucifer calmly sat down at a nearby restaurant. He said, I'll eat something first and count the money. After counting, he muttered, there's 60,000 yuan here. That bald guy was loaded. Just then, all of Dali's men arrived. Lucifer casually said to the waiter, pack some buns for me. I'll take them later. Dali's men rushed inside and asked, boss, are you alright? Who had the nerve to attack you in our territory? Dali growled, go find him. He was on foot, he can't be far. Inside, Dali thought, how do I tell them he stole my money? That would be too humiliating. One of the men asked, boss, what does he look like? Dali replied, he's a skinny young guy with white hair. Another man asked, does he walk arrogantly? Dali snapped, how do you know that? Do you know him? The man replied nervously, no, boss, but I think the guy you're talking about is coming this way. Dali turned and shouted, how dare you come back? Lucifer replied calmly, our business wasn't finished. I just went to eat at a nearby restaurant. Dali roared, kid, you've made a huge mistake. He turned to his men and ordered, break his legs, and close the gate so he can't escape. They surrounded Lucifer and locked the gate. One man sneered, I've never seen someone this stupid, attacking our boss and then coming back. Before he could finish, Lucifer grabbed his arm and snapped it in one move. Dali's eyes widened in shock, this guy is insanely strong. He broke my man's arm with a single attack. Did I mess with the wrong person? Lucifer moved forward and picked up a pipe. He said calmly, now your bad time is about to begin. Dali shouted, what are you all scared of? Move forward and kill him. No matter how skilled he is, he's still just a kid. Within minutes, Lucifer had beaten everyone to the ground. Dali was shocked. This kid defeated all of us. Is he even human, or some kind of monster? Crying, Dali said, brother, there's been a misunderstanding. Looking at your age, I couldn't tell you were such a genius. Lucifer replied coldly, along with your hair, it seems your brain has fallen out too. I knew you'd gather your men and come looking for me, so I came here myself to save you fuel money. I'm giving you a chance right now. Call anyone you can, use all your connections. I won't move from here, but remember this, if you try anything after I leave, I promise that day will be the last day of your life. So while I'm being generous, vent out everything you've got. Still crying, Dali said, brother, I was wrong. I understand now. I may look strong, but inside I'm weak and scared. Please spare me and my men. In return, I'll give you whatever you want. I've already seen enough hell in prison. I don't want to go back to that life. Just please don't interfere with my business. It's how my household survives. Lucifer thought, this guy is different. Most gangsters put their ego above everything else, but he's swallowing his pride and apologizing, even offering me anything I want. Lucifer said, I'm tired of riding bicycles. I need a bike right now. Can you help me find a good motorcycle? Dolly replied quickly, that's easy, brother. I've got some excellent stock that's only a week old. I've checked it thoroughly, it's completely authentic. This is the latest model from Charlie Petition. Do you like it? Lucifer stayed silent for a moment, then said, the bike looks good, but where's the helmet? Don't tell me you don't follow the law. I enjoy breaking people who break the rules. Dolly panicked. No, that's impossible. We never sell a bike without a helmet. He hurriedly added, I have a brand new, high-quality helmet. It's never been used, not even by me. It's not second-hand. I bought it myself. I thought it would look cool when I rode a bike, but I never used it. Please take it. Lucifer nodded. All right, I'll trust you, but there's still one problem. I really hate bald people, especially those who shave their heads on purpose. Do you think showing off your bald head makes you scary? Most gangsters go bald just to look cool. Are you planning to become one? Crying, Dolly replied, brother, you've misunderstood. I didn't shave my head. When I was your age, I had thick black hair. Then a famous brand called Tribal Hair Oil became popular. They claimed it promoted hair growth. At first, my hair grew rapidly, but then I started losing it badly. Within 2 or 3 years, I became completely bald. The shopkeeper who sold me that oil guaranteed it. I went to confront him, and that's how I ended up in prison. My entire life was ruined because of my hair, and now you're saying I shaved it on purpose. Lucifer sighed. All right, don't cry. I understand, hair loss is a serious problem. Lucifer rode away on Dolly's motorcycle. On the road, he ran into Sun Mei. He slammed the brakes and stopped in front of her. Sun Mei shouted, who are you? Move your bike right now before I scream. I've seen plenty of punks like you who harass girls every day. Don't mistake me for a weak girl. Lucifer replied calmly, I know you're strong, but I'm not some street punk either. Sun Mei froze in shock. Lucifer, where did you get this bike? Lucifer handed her a helmet and said, put this on. I'll give you a short ride around the area. Sun Mei replied, I don't want to roam around. I've already seen everything here. Lucifer pointed and asked, where did you get this brooch? It's really beautiful. Sun Mei frowned. Where are you looking? Lucifer insisted, just tell me, where did you get it? She replied, my mom's friend gave it to me while we were having dinner together. That was about 2 days ago. It doesn't look very expensive, but it's really cute, so I decided to wear it. Lucifer thought, she and her mother don't realize what that brooch actually is. It's a special Gucci piece, worth an average person's monthly salary. Lucifer said, if you don't want to ride with me, that's fine, but I brought something for you. He took out a packed food box and handed it to her. Sun Mei asked, Lucifer, what is this? Lucifer smiled. You'll definitely like it. After he left, Sun Mei thought, Lucifer kept this close to his chest, so the buns wouldn't get cold. No matter how tough he looks on the outside, he's actually very soft on the inside. The scene shifts to Seoul, at Lena's house. We see Lena practicing how to introduce herself. Lena thought to herself, if I just say hi, it might sound too casual. I should say, hello everyone, my name is Lena. I'm very happy to meet all of you. Yes, that sounds like a good introduction. Watching Lena practice from outside the room, Li Feng said, Mom, what is Lena doing? Are you really supporting her? Is she seriously planning to go to Jingling City to study without any real reason? Li Feng's mother replied, this is your sister's decision. We can't stop her. After that boy saved our family, your sister didn't sleep for even a single day. She's determined to find him no matter what. And honestly, the favor that boy did for our family was enormous. If he hadn't been there, none of us might have survived. So how can I stop Lena? Let her do whatever she wants. The scene shifts to Sun Mei coming out of her father's office. She said, Dad, you're still working? Principal Sun replied, I'm sorry you have to bring food for me every day, but you know that around New Year, I get extremely busy with work. After the midterm, I'll be completely free. You won't need to bring food for me anymore. Sun Mei said, please eat first, Dad. You must be very hungry. It's not that far from home anyway. Sit on the couch and eat. I'll sit in your chair and see what it feels like to be a teacher. Principal Sun laughed and said, all right. Then he started eating. Meanwhile, Sun Mei began checking the class lists. She noticed that in grade 6, she and Lucifer were in the same class. She thought, that's great. Lucifer is in my class. What's even better is that Dad himself placed him there. The scene shifts to school. All the students were saying goodbye. This year was really great. We'll meet again on the first day of New Year. Hopefully, we'll be in the same class again next time. The scene shifts to Sun Mei's house. Principal Sun said, Lucifer, you did very well in class this time. I hope you perform just as well in the next semester. Lucifer replied, thank you, Principal Sunday. At the same time, Lucifer thought, my copying skills are amazing. I copied all the answers from the guy next to me in just 1 minute, and the teacher didn't even notice. Principal Sun continued, Sun Mei told me that your sister has come to live with you. Now her entire responsibility is on your shoulders. You're still very young yourself, and attending school is important for you. How will you take care of a child while studying? This won't be easy for you. Lucifer replied honestly, since you already know my situation, I won't lie. I'll be skipping school quite often. Principal Sun thought. Only Lucifer could openly admit to a teacher that he plans to skip school. He said, I'll help you as much as I can. Your sister is 5 years old now, right? She should attend kindergarten. I've also heard that the Gu family didn't treat her well, so you'll need to take special care of her. Raising a child is very difficult. It requires a lot of maturity. Lucifer thought, they have no idea. I've raised more children than they ever have, and all of mine were extremely wild. But the difference is that the kids I raised were already grown. They trained with me. They weren't kindergarten kids. I can't turn my sister into a spy. I should accept their help and enroll her in kindergarten. That way, I'll have more free time, and after Firefly, I still have many people to save. Just then, someone knocked on the door. Principal Sun said, Sunmei, go open the door. Your mom is home. Opening the door, Sunmei asked, Mom, how was your day? Her mother replied, it was very good. Principal Sun said, Lucifer, meet her. This is your Aunt Yan. Lucifer said politely, hello, Aunt Yan. How are you? Principal Sun added, Yan, this is my student, Lucifer, the one I told you about. Aunt Yan smiled, so you're Lucifer. I've heard a lot about you. I'll go wash my hands and prepare food for everyone. You all sit and talk. The next scene shows Friday, the start of a new semester. Lucifer thought, my new semester has begun, and this is the perfect time to enroll Freya in a new school. At the kindergarten gate, children were crying and shouting, please help us. These demons have locked us inside the school. Our parents left us here and went home. We want to watch TV at home, not live among demons. Lucifer thought, kids will always be kids. To them, all teachers look like demons. Then Lucifer noticed Freya, who had started crying. Lucifer said, Freya, from now on you'll stay here Monday to Friday. I'll take you home on Saturdays and Sundays. Today is the start of your school. Study hard, okay? Freya replied, okay, brother, but promise me you'll come to pick me up on weekends. You won't forget me, right? Lucifer smiled, you're my only family. How could I forget you? I promise I'll come get you every Saturday. Lucifer arrived at his school and looked around the classroom. He muttered, why did they change my classroom? I used to sit near the window where the cool air came in. It was perfect for sleeping. The biggest problem is that I had finally gotten used to everyone there. Now there are so many new faces. How am I supposed to tell them that I'm reincarnated, and not the real Lucifer? Just then, Sunmei's friend whispered, hey, look, Lucifer is here. Embarrassed, Sunmei said, please don't tease me. Go sit down. Other students whispered, John gave Sunmei a love letter, right? Now they're in the same class. Looks like sparks are going to fly. Lucifer sat down in the seat next to Sunmei. She asked, are you sitting here? Lucifer replied, do you have a problem with that? At that moment, Principal Sun entered the classroom. He announced, from now until graduation, I'll be your class teacher. You're senior students now, so behave responsibly. Then he pointed at Lucifer and said, Lucifer, why are you sitting there? That back seat is yours. This semester, we'll be watching you closely so you don't cheat. Lucifer sighed, Principal Sun, you really never change. As Lucifer walked toward the back, we see another student thinking, please don't sit next to me. I finally got the back seat by luck, where I can quietly read novels. If you sit here, you'll find out everything about me. But just then, Lucifer came and sat in the back seat. Seeing this, the boy sitting there started crying and said, brother, tell me one thing. What possessed you to give a love letter to the principal's daughter? And now you've come and sat next to me. Because of you, I'm going to get dragged into trouble too. Lucifer replied calmly, you're reading Legend of the King, right? Mr. Yang wrote this story, and it's honestly amazing. I really love this novel as well. The boy said happily, Lucifer, you're incredible. In the entire class, you're the only one who actually knows about this novel. We then learn that the boy's name is Luo King. After school, Lucifer arrived to pick up Freya. The teacher said, kids, don't run. Walk slowly. As soon as Freya saw Lucifer, she started crying. Freya said, brother, I was really scared. Lucifer asked, why are you crying, Freya? Did someone bully you inside? Freya replied, no, brother. I was scared that you wouldn't come to pick me up. Lucifer said gently, why do you worry so much? You're only 5 years old. Come with your brother. I'll take you somewhere nice to eat. Freya asked, are we going to Sister May's house? Lucifer was surprised. How do you know that? Freya smiled and said, Sister May likes you a lot. I noticed it. Lucifer laughed. You're just a little kid. How do you notice these things? Lucifer reached the school gate, where May was waiting. May said, finally, you're back. Lucifer turned to Luo King and said, thanks for lending me your bicycle. Shocked, Luo King asked, Lucifer, is this your little sister? Then he handed Freya chocolate and said, here, this is for you. I'm your brother's classmate. You can call me brother too. Freya looked at Lucifer for permission. Lucifer nodded and said, you can take it, Freya. Freya smiled. Thank you, brother. Luo King said, Lucifer, your little sister is so cute. If I had known younger sisters were this adorable, I would have asked my dad to give me one too. But now it's impossible. My dad didn't marry when he was young, because he was busy earning money. He got married at 38, and I was born when he was 40. Now he's 57. Lucifer replied teasingly, you're right, your dad is basically the age of a grandpa. But the good thing is, he must really love you. May then said, Lucifer, we talked earlier about you bringing Freya to my house, but today we'll have to cancel that plan. My dad will be working late again. The Education Bureau is coming soon to inspect our school, and you know our school used to have a bad reputation. My dad is working really hard to improve its records. Luo King suggested, in that case, why don't we go to my house? There's a game room nearby. We can play games, and there's a new KFC next to it. We can eat chicken wings. Today's party is on me. They arrived at the game house. Luo King said, you three play games here. I'll play another game over there. He thought to himself, Brother Lucifer, I'm giving you time to spend with sister-in-law. Enjoy it. Don't worry, I won't be the third wheel. Lucifer thought, in this world, the most loyal thing is men's friendship. I met this guy just today, and he's already doing so much for me. May said, Lucifer, we should go play basketball. It'll be fun. Lucifer replied, you go play with Freya. I'll go to the restroom for a bit. At that moment, Jiaoda entered the game room with his men. One of them said, Brother Jiaoda, you've had quite a lot to drink today. Jiaoda laughed, today is for enjoyment. I've been stuck in that rotten hospital for so long. My mood was completely ruined, but I finally got discharged this morning. So today, we celebrate properly. Suddenly, one of his men pointed and said, Brother Jiaoda, look over there. Jiaoda looked and saw Sun Mei. He grinned. Looks like today just got even better. We have plenty of time to have fun. His men surrounded Freya and Mei. Freya cried out, Brother, please come help us. Just then, Lucifer arrived. Lucifer said coldly, Jiaoda, you're back from the hospital already? Annoyed, Jiaoda snapped, who dares to interrupt me? Can't you see I'm spending time with my girlfriend? But the moment he noticed Lucifer, he froze in fear. One of his men shouted, Kid, get lost. Brother Jiaoda is with his girlfriend. Who do you think you are to interfere? If you dare do anything, Brother Jiaoda will kill you. Suddenly, Luo King stepped forward. Who dares talk about killing my friend? Lucifer, don't be scared. I know how to deal with people like this. These guys think you're weak, so they came to bully you. Watch how I chase them away. He shouted, who's threatening my friend? Come stand in front of me. One of Jiao Da's men stepped forward. You wanna fight me? I'll knock you down right now. He raised his fist and said, one punch from me, and you'll remember it for the rest of your life. Luo King replied calmly, before you hit me, listen carefully. My father's name is Luo Dashin. If you still have the courage, go ahead, hit me. The moment they heard the name, everyone went pale. Jiao stammered, your boss Luo's son? Brother, there's been a misunderstanding. We were just talking, no bad intentions. We'll leave right now and never bother you again. Luo King suddenly shouted loudly, Brother Hulu, come quickly. Someone is trying to hit me. If I get hurt while you're here, what will happen to Dad's reputation? At that moment, Brother Hulu arrived with his men. He roared, who has the guts to touch Luo King? Are you okay? Who tried to hurt you? Luo King pointed and said, that guy threatened me. He said he wouldn't spare me. Jiaoda quickly panicked. I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. Meanwhile, the man who had been so loud just moments ago now shrinks back in fear, hiding behind Jiaoda, unable to utter a single word. Brother Hulu says, boy, you've really grown bold. You're threatening our boss's son? Jiaoda replies, this is a misunderstanding. I didn't say anything at all. Suddenly, Hulu slaps Jiaoda and shouts, shut your mouth. Then Brother Hulu starts slapping Jiaoda repeatedly. Jiaoda cries out, Brother Hulu, please don't hit me. I really didn't do anything. Meanwhile, Jiaoda's friends run away. Jiaoda begs, Brother, I was wrong. Please forgive me. Throwing him to the ground, Brother Hulu says, you bastard, you're not worthy of forgiveness. Jiaoda pleads, Brother, I'm just a student. Please don't hit me so much. Lucifer thinks to himself, gangsters are really cruel. Seeing this guy reminds me of my past life. Brother Hulu asks, Luo King, what do you think? What should we do with him? Luo King replies, Brother, let him go. Brother Hulu orders, get out of here right now. Then Brother Hulu turns to Luo King and says, I've driven them away. I'm leaving too. If you ever need anything, just call me. Luo King responds, thank you, brother. Turning back, Luo King adds, oh, I forgot to tell you, this game room is owned by my dad. Lucifer says in surprise, so not only are you rich, but you're also a mafia prince. Luo King laughs, a prince? You're exaggerating. I usually don't interact with my dad's people, but if someone bullies me, I'm forced to call them. If anyone ever bullies you in the future, just tell me. Lucifer replies, thank you. Lucifer thinks to himself, I never imagined Luo King could be Lu Dashin's son. Luo King asks, bro, are you hungry? Let's go to KFC. Lucifer recalls his past life. Lu Dashin was a very famous man. He started as a laborer, worked hard, then formed his own gang, and became very powerful. But it didn't last forever. Because of his enemies, his name faded quickly. In my opinion, the Luo family's good days will only last 1 or 2 more years. After that, a very dangerous time will come. But Luo King seems like a good person, down to earth and easy to deal with. He probably won't become a gangster in the future. Next, we see Mei returning home. Knocking on the door, Mei calls out, Dad, open the door. Even after waiting 10 minutes, no one opens it. May says worriedly, this is strange. Dad should have returned by now. Where could he be? Lucifer says, May, I need to ask you something. I have something very important to do tonight, and I can't leave my sister alone. Can you please take care of her for one night? May replies, yes, you can leave Freya with me, but it's already late. Where are you going? Lucifer answers, this isn't the time for questions. I'll come back in the morning and take Freya. Watching Lucifer leave, May thinks, Lucifer, what are you doing? Lucifer thinks, I'm standing near Aunt Yang's workplace, but the office is already closed. That means she must be off work. Principal's son should be nearby too. As Lucifer walks, he notices the same car that usually drops Aunt Yang off. He thinks, I was right. They're here because of Aunt Yang. He sees Principal's son sitting and smoking. Just then, Aunt Yang's boss, Vishan, comes out. When Principal's son sees Vishan, he approaches him. Vishan's guard says, what are you doing here? Vishan replies, don't stop him. Let him come. Principal's son goes over and talks to Vishan. Lucifer thinks something dangerous is going on between them. Principal's son says, Vishan, take this. Please let my family go. Vishan slaps the bag, causing all the money to spill on the ground. Vishan says coldly, if you say another word, my men will beat you. Coming here every time and saying the same thing is a waste. Principal's son asks desperately, why won't you take the money? Isn't that what you want? But Vishan leaves without replying. Principal's son sits there thinking, I can't do anything. I'm too weak. Just then, Aunt Yan arrives and asks, Xingli, what are you doing here? Principal's son stands up and says angrily, look what you've done today. Because of your actions, we're all suffering. Aunt Yang replies calmly, if you want to hate me, that's fine. But for now, let's go home. Principal's son says, my life is already destroyed. I don't know what to do anymore. Aunt Yang says softly, Xingli, I know I was wrong. Because of my mistake, everyone is suffering. But for now, please come home. They both leave together. Lucifer thinks, I knew it. Their relationship only looked good on the surface. The next day, Monday morning, we see the school scene. As Lucifer arrives, he thinks, why is there such a huge crowd? Someone announces loudly, Sun Xingli is an old man and a principal, yet he doesn't repay his debts. Lucifer thinks, what is going on here? May says nervously, what are people saying about my dad? Lucifer walks over and says, don't worry, I'm with you. Principal's son arrives and shouts, what are you all doing here? I told you I'd return your money. There are still 2 days left. Why are you causing trouble outside my school? I only have this much money right now. Take it and leave. And don't ever dare to come to my school again. The men reply, Mr. Sun, if you had returned the money on time, we wouldn't be here. You take money very easily, but when it's time to return it, you act differently. Let's go, brother. We still have 2 days. If he doesn't pay after that, we'll show him what loan sharks can do. May asks softly, Dad, are you okay? But Principal's son doesn't turn around. Lucifer thinks he's deeply ashamed and doesn't want to face his daughter. Principal's son says loudly, everyone, go back to your classes. What are you staring at? As the students leave, they whisper, that was so embarrassing. If it were anyone else, I might believe it. But Principal's son, he always seems so honest. You can't judge a person's real character just by appearances. Behaving well at school doesn't mean your life is going well. The narrator says, Principal's son had worked as a teacher his entire life and earned great respect from students. But today, all of that respect was completely destroyed. The scene shifts to the classroom. Luo King asks, Lucifer, is Sun Mei okay? Lucifer says, Principal's son had to leave because of some urgent work. He told Sun Mei to go with him as well. For now, it wouldn't be right for her to stay at school, because everyone knows the other students would harass her. Lucifer then asks Luo King, can you do me a favor? Luo King replies, sure. What do you need? Lucifer says, can you find out who that person was, who came to collect the money? He called himself a loan shark, so your dad's people must know him. Luo King replies, wait, I'll call Brother Hulu. He'll definitely know about this. By the way, why are you asking all this? Are you trying to help May? Lucifer says, yes, I'll pay her debt. Luo King asks, do you need my help with anything else? Lucifer replies, I'm leaving school early today. Can you please write a note and submit it to the office for me? And if you find out anything about that guy, message me. Thinking this, Lucifer leaves the school. An hour later, the scene shifts. Lucifer thinks, Luo King's connections work fast. I need to go to the 3rd floor of Guhua Finance Company. After reaching the 3rd floor, Lucifer starts knocking. A loan shark opens the door and asks, who are you? Lucifer replies, I'm looking for someone. The man asks, who are you looking for? Lucifer says, I'm looking for you. Saying this, Lucifer kicks him hard. The man flies back and crashes onto a table. Lucifer says, if you want to fight me, bring all your weapons, guns or anything you have. But I'll warn you, fighting me is a very bad idea. Just surrender. I'm not in a good mood, and I might kill you. Another man steps forward and says, what do you think? Do you think we are handcuffed? Before he can finish, Lucifer clenches his fist and lands a brutal punch, sending the man crashing into a cupboard. Then Lucifer grabs a kettle of hot water from the table and pours it over him. Lucifer says, You people have committed so many sins that even hot water won't wash them away. The man screams, "Are you crazy? You poured boiling water on me." Lucifer replies calmly, "So this is all the strength you have? I challenge you, yet you still won't fight properly." All the men rush forward, shouting, "Today we won't let you go." Within minutes, Lucifer defeats all of them. Lucifer then grabs a red-haired man and says, "I've gone easy on you. If you don't answer my questions properly, I won't hold back." The man replies, "I'll do whatever you say." Lucifer says, "I know you're not the boss, so I'll ask you some easy questions. I hate liars, and I don't have time for long answers. Keep them short and accurate." The man agrees. Lucifer twists his finger and says, "Lower your voice. I don't like the sound of it." The man cries, "Please stop, it hurts." Lucifer asks, "What's your name?" The man replies, "Kita." Lucifer asks, "Have you committed any crimes?" The man stays silent. Lucifer twists his finger harder and says, "Did your tongue freeze? Why aren't you answering?" The man finally says, "Yes. I went to jail for 3 years." Lucifer asks, "What crime?" The man replies, "Violence." Lucifer says, "That tells me enough about your character. Is there a money locker here?" The man nods, "Yes." Lucifer says, "I brought this bag. Fill it with cash. If it's even slightly short, I'll put you inside the bag instead." The man fills the bag completely with money. Lucifer says, "This is enough. Now my final question. Where's the customer information, and where did you hide the contracts?" The man cries, "Please spare me. If I tell you, the boss will kill me." Lucifer moves to break his third finger. Panicking, the man blurts out, "In cabin's second drawer. All the documents are there." After checking the files, Lucifer finally finds Principal Sun's documents. Lucifer says, "My work here is done." He sets all the documents on fire. A blonde man shouts, "Do you know who our boss is? Taking these records means inviting death." Lucifer asks, "Who's your boss?" The man replies, "His name is Jiaguhua." Lucifer says coldly, "Do you know who I am?" The man thinks nervously, "Is this guy crazy?" His face is hidden under a helmet. Lucifer takes his phone, locks all the men inside the office, and throws their phones off the balcony. As he leaves, Lucifer says, "Jiaguhua, you're my next target. We'll meet very soon." That same night, Jiaguhua was thinking, who had the nerve to attack my office? Very few people in the entire city have that kind of power. It could be Luodashin or Sudaking. Apart from them, no one in Jingling City could do this. But neither of them does the kind of business I do, and there's no conflict between us. They know my power. I doubt they'd offend me like this. A man standing nearby says, "Mr. Jia, shall I escort you to your car?" Guhua replies, "No, there's no need. I can go by myself." Guhua thinks to himself, after thinking it through, it's clear that this wasn't done by some ordinary gangster. Whoever did this is extremely powerful and highly capable, but I don't care how powerful he is. No one in Jingling City can threaten me. He orders his men, "Send everyone into Jingling City. Someone is challenging our authority there. We need to find out who has the audacity to attack us in our own city." Guhua gets into his car and says, "Driver, take me home." As soon as he says this, he falls asleep. 10 minutes later, he opens his eyes and thinks, "Did I fall asleep in the car? But why haven't we reached my house yet?" Looking out the window, he says, "This road doesn't lead to my home. We're heading out of the city. Why is the driver taking me this way?" It becomes clear to him, this isn't his driver. Someone else is driving. Guhua takes out a cigarette and starts smoking. He says, "Brother, would you like one too?" Lucifer replies, "Can't you see I'm driving? If you smoke, we could both die." Guhua throws the cigarette out and thinks, "We're far outside the city now. I don't know what this man wants, but he clearly has enough power to kill me." Guhua calmly says, "My friend, it seems you're confused about the route. This road leads out of the city, not to my house. You look tired. Let me compensate you." He tosses some money toward the driver's seat and adds, "If you ever face any trouble in life or need money, you can come to me. I have strong connections in the market." Lucifer replies, "You really are good at talking." Guhua thinks, "I thought he was kidnapping me for money, but he refused it outright. This man is here on a mission. He slipped past security easily, and disguised himself as my driver. He's dangerous, and different. No matter the cost, I need to survive." Guhua says, "My friend, tell me how much money you want. I'll try to arrange it." Lucifer replies, "Your skills are impressive. Now I understand how you became a top gangster in Jingling City. You know the difference between being brave and being foolish." Guhua thinks, "I'm in serious trouble. I don't know how powerful this man is, and none of my people are with me. If I could make even one call, they'd all be here." Lucifer says, "I advise you not to call anyone. Where I've brought you, there's no signal tower. No calls will connect. Even if someone tries calling you, it won't go through. And even if your luck is extraordinary, and a call does connect, no one will reach here for hours. We're far outside the city. By the time your people arrive, I'll be long gone after burying you." Panicking, Guhua says, "Brother, what are you saying? I wouldn't call anyone without your permission. I was just checking the time." Lucifer suddenly brakes the car and says, "I've driven enough. I'm tired. You said you had cigarettes. Give me one." Lucifer lights the cigarette and starts smoking. He continues, I hear you've been very busy lately. You have a child studying in a kindergarten in Yanjing, and last year you had another son. Your wife is living a comfortable life there. Guhua panics internally. How does he know about my family? I've never shared this information. Gangsters never leak family details. Only a few trusted men know, and they'd die before betraying me. Guhua says nervously, yes, work has been very busy lately. Lucifer replies, you must be exhausted. You should take a vacation. Go rest for a few days. Your child is already 5 years old, and you've barely spent time with him. If you don't spend time with your children, one day they'll refuse to even acknowledge you as their father. Guhua responds, you're right. Would a month be enough? Lucifer says, a month would cost you too much in business losses. I understand, you can't stop work that long. Take 2 weeks instead. Southeast Asia has great weather right now. Guhua, frightened, replies, all right, brother, I'll book tickets tomorrow. Can I go to Thailand? Lucifer says coldly, our conversation ends here. I won't take you home. Call someone to pick you up. And don't forget what I told you about taking a vacation, or I might have to come remind you again. Guhua steps out of the car and says, brother, don't worry, you can keep the car. Lucifer drives away. Guhua thinks, tonight, I encountered a truly terrifying man. As an underworld boss, you must be smart. If I had fought him, he would have killed me instantly. Money and power matter, but life matters more. Then Guhua looks to the side, and sees a freshly dug grave. Guhua said fearfully, was that meant for me? If I had made even the slightest mistake while talking, that man would have buried me right there and left. This world has truly become terrifying. I'm honestly thinking about retiring from being a gangster. He immediately called one of his men and said, bring all our people, and come outside the city right now. I'm standing in the ruins. The man on the phone replied, but boss, weren't you heading home? Why are you in the ruins? Is there going to be a fight? Guhua said sternly, stop asking questions, and come pick me up immediately. And yes, stay alert. A very powerful gang has its eyes on us. The subordinate replied, understood, boss. We're on our way. Guhua continued, do one more thing, shut down our business for 2 weeks. If we stop working for 2 weeks, we won't starve. But if I die, this business will be finished forever. Tell all the brothers to take a break and go on vacation with their families. The scene shifts to a supermarket. Mr. Liu was thinking, when I took Lucifer to Yanbian, he made me work like a servant. I even got scolded badly by my seniors. I did all of that just for this card. Finally, I can use it now. The receptionist said, sir, I'm sorry, but your card has very little credit. Mr. Liu replied confidently, I know. There were exactly 500 yuan on this card. I bought items worth 506 yuan, which is why I brought 6 yuan in cash. The receptionist looked confused and said, sir, why are you giving me 6 yuan? You need to pay 500 yuan more. Shocked, Mr. Liu said, what are you talking about? Are there no funds on my card? Can you tell me the exact balance? My friend told me there were 500 yuan on it, so I trusted him and came here. The receptionist replied, sir, it seems you were pranked. This card only has 1 yuan and 80 cents. Mr. Liu walked out of the mall in tears and muttered, Lucifer, you're a huge bastard. The money I worked so hard for turned out to be fake. Why does it feel like I've been horribly deceived? Suddenly, he froze and said, isn't that Principal's son? Why is he standing outside a hotel so late at night? As far as I remember, he's married, and his wife is very beautiful. Why would he come here? He continued thinking, in today's times, you can't judge anyone. Even a man with a grown-up daughter is coming to a hotel. I always thought he was the kind of person who never borrowed money, but the loan sharks exposed his reality. He doesn't repay his debts. No matter how good someone looks on the outside, everyone has flaws. Anyway, that's none of my business. I'm already in trouble because of that Lucifer. I don't need more problems. Just then, Lucifer walked past him. Mr. Liu said, I thought I saw Lucifer here, and I swear the person I saw earlier looked like Lucifer. But where did he go? Inside the hotel, we see Wei Shan speaking. Finally, I've won. Xingli, look, you still came to talk to me. Come, sit. I've prepared a lot of food for you. Principal Sun Xingli asked, Wei Shan, can you tell me why you invited me to dinner so late? Wei Shan replied, we used to be good friends. But look, how long has it been since we last had dinner together? Do you remember? Xingli replied, at least 10 years. The last time was the farewell party, before you went abroad. Wei Shan said, I actually returned last year. Didn't Yang tell you? The main reason I came back was to invest in a project. What's interesting is that Yang also worked in the same field. Principal Sun said, that's quite a coincidence. Wei Shan continued, let's not beat around the bush. We've been friends for years, so I'll be direct. I came back mainly for Yang and for investment. In fact, I only wanted to meet Yang. Principal Sun said angrily, so you set a trap for Yang the moment you came back? And she fell into it badly. Wei Shan replied, you're wrong. I didn't trap anyone. I told Yang about the project, and suggested she invest so she could earn money. I even helped her open an account so investing would be easy. I never thought she would invest such a large amount at once. I told her the project was profitable, but she took it very seriously. You know how the market is. At first it looked profitable, but later we ran into problems. Yang didn't think things through. Principal Sun snapped. You gave her complete confidence that the project would never fail. That's why she invested so much. You deliberately trapped her. I've known Yang for a long time. She knows nothing about investing, yet you promised her guaranteed profits. You even opened an account for her. You tricked her, and now she's completely trapped. Wei Shan calmly asked, then tell me, how will you save Yang? She withdrew company funds for personal use. Even though it was money she originally invested, once it entered the company, it became company money. After I found out, I made her sign several dangerous contracts. When the company audits the accounts, they'll see she withdrew the money. She's completely stuck. Principal Sun said anxiously, what exactly are you trying to say? Do you want Yang to be trapped forever? You have no idea how much mental pressure she's under. I admit Yang is aggressive, but she's not that bold or knowledgeable. You told her you had insider information and guaranteed profits. That's why she invested all her family's savings, even company funds. Trusting you has cost her dearly. Wei Shan said, do you know, Xingli, whatever is happening to Yang right now is entirely because of her own choices. You keep telling me again and again that she trusted me so much, but did you ever think about why she trusted me that deeply? This story didn't start today. It began back in our college days. If Yang had followed me abroad back then, she wouldn't be trapped here today. But she didn't, and now I've come back to take what truly belongs to me. Principal Sun said angrily, Wei Shan, what kind of disgusting things are you saying? I don't care what happened between you and Yang in the past, but right now she is my wife. You cannot speak about my wife like this. Wei Shan replied calmly, you're misunderstanding me. I'm not talking about Yang in that way. I'm saying I've come to take something that belongs to me. I have no interest in flirting with someone else's wife. I still have enough morals to behave like a decent human being. Principal Sun thought to himself, if he's not talking about Yang, then what exactly is he talking about? Then he said aloud, speak clearly. What exactly are you here for? What do I have that supposedly belongs to you? No matter how much I think about it, I don't understand what you're claiming. Wei Shan smiled faintly and said, Xingli, you've always been smart, so why are you pretending to be clueless today? The moment I said I came to take what belongs to me, you already knew what I meant, but if you really want me to say it out loud, I don't mind. Principal Sun replied quietly, no, I understand. You don't need to say it. Wei Shan continued, last year, one of my friends sent me photos of Yang and Mei. The moment I saw them, I understood whose blood flows in her veins. No matter how distant relatives are, blood recognizes blood. After I went abroad, I had no intention of coming back. My life there was going well. I was enjoying myself. But a few years ago, I suddenly fell seriously ill. After I recovered, my doctor told me that I could never have children. Principal Sun snapped, I've heard enough of your nonsense. Let me be clear, Mei is my daughter. Wei Shan replied coldly, and how can you claim that so confidently? Have you ever seen my face properly? How does Mei's face resemble yours at all? I had completely forgotten this city, and even gave up hope that my family line would continue. But the moment I saw Mei's photo, I knew, she is my daughter. Principal Sun said in disbelief, how is that even possible? You weren't present when Yang and I got married. I've held Mei in my arms since she was born. I've spent so much time raising her. I can't believe what you're saying. Mei is definitely my daughter. Wei Shan said calmly, Xingli, I understand. You were once my close friend, and you truly loved both Yang and Mei. But listen carefully, there's going to be an audit in the company very soon. Once the accounts are checked, it will be discovered what your wife has done. She is already panicking. She doesn't know what to do. She used up all your savings, and even took money from the company. Yes, it was the money she invested, but once invested, it became company funds. I made her sign several dangerous contracts after finding out. When the audit happens, everything will come out. Loan sharks have already started pressuring you. Right now, they're targeting you, but soon they'll come after your family too. Despite all this, instead of going to them for money, you came to me, hoping I'd suppress the company issue. Do you know how much effort that took? And I'm not someone who can cover everything forever. Principal Sun asked angrily, why are you doing all this? What do you want? Wei Shan answered clearly, I already told you. I want my daughter. I want Mei, and I will take her with me. Principal Sun shouted, that's impossible. Mei is my daughter. Wei Shan said calmly, if that's how you feel, then fine. We will do a DNA test, or we can do one thing. Let's ask your wife. No one would know the truth better than her. At that moment, Yang entered the room. Seeing her, Principal Sun was completely shocked. Yang said nervously, Xingli, what are you doing here? Wei Shan smiled. Yang, your timing is perfect. Go on, tell Xingli who Mei's real father is. Yang panicked and said, Wei Shan, stop it. What are you talking about? I don't know anything. I won't say anything. Enraged, Principal Sun grabbed Wei Shan's hand and slapped him. Wei Shan said coldly, I'm tolerating this slap because you raised my daughter for so many years and took good care of her. But if you ever do that again, I won't forgive you. Principal Sun turned to Yang and pleaded, Yang, please tell him. Tell him Mei is my daughter. I can't believe the family I always thought was mine isn't really mine. Tears streamed down Yang's face as she said, I'm sorry. Before our marriage, I was already pregnant. At that time, I was helpless. Wei Shan had left me and gone abroad. I didn't know what to do. Raising Mei without a father's name would have been impossible, Principal Sun says. And that was when I proposed to you. Maybe that's why you accepted, otherwise, you probably never would have. Yang cried harder and said, Xingli, please forgive me. You are a wonderful husband, and a great father. I'm the terrible one. I've deceived you all these years. Principal Sun says, Wei Shan, if I had been living under an illusion, you should have let me stay in that illusion. Bearing this reality is extremely difficult for me. At this stage of my life, when I thought I had everything, I suddenly realized that I actually have nothing. The people and things I believed were mine were never truly mine, but fine, there's nothing I can do now. Yang, I can't forget what you've done, but still, we should leave. At that moment, Wei Shan interrupts and says, wait a second, there's going to be an audit in the company next week. If you leave right now, your wife will go to prison. Because of financial fraud, she'll face at least 10 years in jail. I'm giving you a card with millions of dollars in it. With this money, you can solve every problem in your life. You'll even have enough left to start a brand new life. All I ask in return is Mei, my only family. I'll send her to the best schools. She's lived a poor life with you for too long. I'll give her a luxurious life, something you can't even imagine. But I won't give you this money for free. You'll have to sign a few contracts. First, the child identification document, and then certificates that officially give me the right to be Mei's father. Xingli, why aren't you saying anything? I understand, this is a huge decision for you. That's why I'll give you 3 days. If you sign these contracts within 3 days, I'll hand over all the money. Later, Wei Shan returns home. While showering, he thinks, I feel incredible. Xingli, today I completely destroyed you. Soon, I'll take Mei with me too. You have no reason left to live. As he steps out of the shower, he suddenly sees Lucifer sitting there. Shocked, Wei Shan asks, who are you? What are you doing here? Lucifer points a gun at him and says, you look very happy today. Like you've just achieved something amazing. Wei Shan panics and replies, put the gun down. If you want money, I'll give you money. Just please don't shoot me. Lucifer stands up calmly and says, I'm not here for money. I'm here for justice. Wei Shan realizes, this man is here to kill me. He won't back down. He tries to run, but Lucifer uses his power and stops him right at the gate. Wei Shan thinks in fear, what's happening to me? Why can't I move my body? Why can't I breathe? Lucifer says, as long as I'm standing here, you can't escape. There's no point struggling to live. He then releases Wei Shan. Trembling, Wei Shan asks, what kind of magical power do you have? I've never seen anything like this before. Lucifer replies, I don't know whether this is your bad luck or Principal Sun's good fortune. If I hadn't come into this world, your plan would have succeeded easily. But God couldn't let that happen, so he sent his executioner. Now finish your drink without asking questions. Lucifer continues, I came here to talk to you about Principal Sun. Wei Shan scoffs, that old man? He's useless. Why would someone like you care about him? Lucifer responds seriously, I've met many terrible people in my life, and compared to them, you're not the worst. But your actions disgust me. Principal Sun is an ordinary man. He never even thinks about harming others. Even if you wrong him, he would silently endure it. All he wants is to live peacefully, with his wife and daughter. But a despicable man like you wants to crush even that small dream. Do you know why there are so few good people left in this world? Because people like you treat them like insects. I'm angry because of you, because you might turn a good man into a bad one. That's why I came to end you tonight. Panicking, Wei Shan pleads, brother, please stop. Let's sit down and talk calmly. There's no need to kill anyone. I came to take Mei, but I won't do that anymore. I'll free them all. I'll also remove the false theft charges against his wife. I promise I'll never offend Xingli again, and I'll leave this city forever. Shaking, he calls manager Zhao and says, cancel the company audit immediately. There's no need for it anymore. After ending the call, Wei Shan says, I've done everything. I'll never trouble Xingli's family again. Please spare me. I'm a very powerful and rich man. If you kill me, my connections will hunt you down. There's no point in making me your enemy. Lucifer replies coldly, you shouldn't have bothered making that call. Your cheap tricks are useless. I don't believe a single word spoken by a man like you. And do you know why? Because I'm not a good man either, Wei Shan warns. Think 100 times before doing anything. But Lucifer activates his power, and slowly cuts off Wei Shan's breathing. Within moments, Wei Shan dies from suffocation. Lucifer says calmly, you had just taken a shower, and drank a large mug of alcohol. That caused a severe brain stroke, leading to cerebral damage and death. In your next life, try to be a good person, or your death will be even worse. Next day, Lucifer notices a bicycle and says, so this is Principal Sun's bicycle. He breaks the lock and takes it, adding, Principal Sun, I'm not stealing your bike. I'm just borrowing it, for your own good. Scene shifts to Dolly's shop. Dolly feels uneasy, thinking, why do I feel like something bad is about to happen today? Lucifer suddenly appears. One of Dolly's men says, sir, are you here to buy a bicycle? We have some excellent models. Lucifer walks in, places his bag down, takes out a cigarette, and starts smoking. Lucifer says casually, Dolly, your chair is very comfortable. Another man snaps, who do you think you are? How dare you sit on our boss's chair? Dolly kicks him and scolds, shut up. Do you know how to talk to Big Brother? Dolly then approaches Lucifer respectfully and asks, "Big brother, why are you here? You can take anything you like, we've got plenty." Lucifer replies, "I just need your place for a little while." Dolly orders his men, "Big brother is here. Go make tea for him." He starts massaging Lucifer's legs and asks, "Is this okay?" Lucifer smiles slightly, "Your skills are actually quite good." Dolly thinks bitterly, "I used to be a gangster boss, now a kid has turned me into his servant." Just then, Principal Sun arrives outside the office. Lucifer says, "Principal Sun, you're here?" Principal Sun replies, "Lucifer, what are you doing here? Did you skip class today?" Lucifer answers casually, "I work here part-time. His name is Dolly, he's my boss. He's a very good person. I'm learning a lot working here. These skills will help me in the future." Dolly thinks in shock, "When did I become the boss?" Lucifer glares at him and says, "Say exactly what I told you to say." Dolly quickly responds, "Yes, Lucifer is absolutely right. He works here part-time." Principal Sun says, "This child may be a little rude, but he's not bad at heart. Please take good care of him." Dolly replies confidently, "Yes, he's like family to us. We'll take full care of him." Lucifer then asks, "Principal Sun, did you come here to buy a bicycle?" Principal Sun answers, "Yes, my bicycle disappeared last night. I came to look for another one, so I can replace it." Dolly immediately says, "Mr. Sun, you're very lucky. I just got an excellent bicycle today, and since you're Lucifer's teacher, I'll sell it to you at the same price I bought it for." Principal Sun responds politely, "There's no need to give me special treatment, just because I'm Lucifer's teacher." Lucifer adds casually, "Principal Sun, what do you think about this bicycle? There's a special offer on it. You can get it for 80 yuan. Dolly panics and corrects him, No, it's only 50 yuan. Lucifer continues smoothly, "By the way, brother Dolly also runs a financial company. You asked me this morning to check the accounts. I've already done that." Dolly thinks nervously, "When did I open a financial company? I only resell goods." Lucifer keeps going, "You know, Principal Sun, brother Dolly has another business as well. He operates a financial company and provides loans to local people. Although he may look a bit dangerous, he's actually very respectful and principled. His business is far from small." Dolly whispers nervously, "Lucifer, what exactly am I supposed to do here?" Lucifer replies quietly, "Just repeat whatever I say." Dolly thinks to himself, "If you keep changing the script, how am I supposed to act properly?" Then Dolly says aloud, "Yes, Principal Sun, the child is right. I opened a financial company not to make money, but to help people. I already earn enough from my other businesses. I don't want anyone to suffer financial hardship during difficult times." Principal Sun asks kindly, "May I have your phone number? If I ever need money, I'll definitely call you." Dolly replies, "Of course, I'll write it down for you." After that, Principal Sun leaves with the bicycle. Dolly asks nervously, "Brother, was my performance okay?" Lucifer smiles slightly and says, "You should have been an actor instead of a gangster, you're pretty good." Scene shifts to Dolly's office. Dolly asks respectfully, "Brother, what else can I do for you?" Lucifer opens his bag and says, "You need to keep all this money for me." Dolly panics, "Brother, I'm just a small bicycle dealer. How can I keep so much money?" Lucifer replies calmly, "Listen carefully. There's no need for acting here. Do you remember Principal Sun, who just left? You need to convince him, no matter what, to accept this money from you." Dolly nods, "I understand. I need to convince him to take the money." Lucifer slaps Dolly lightly on his bald head and says, "What did I just say? If you want to give Principal Sun the money, you need a proper contract. He won't believe you have a financial company otherwise. Make the terms very lenient, keep the interest rate extremely low. Tell him he can repay in installments, over 8 years, or at least 10. The conditions should be so attractive that he can't refuse." Dolly replies seriously, "I understand, brother, but this is still a lot of money." Lucifer explains, "There's 300,000 yuan in this bag, and 100,000 yuan is separate. Give Principal Sun only 200,000. 60,000 is compensation for your bike. Some of your men got injured when I beat them earlier, medical expenses are costly. With the remaining 100,000, you can get a hair transplant. You're still young, your hair can grow back. Anyway, you lost your hair because of using the wrong oil. After the transplant, I'm sure it'll return." Dolly grabs Lucifer and starts crying, "Brother, you're such a good person. No one has ever cared about me this much." Lucifer says calmly, "Your tears are falling on my pants, and now they're wet. What will people think if I walk outside like this?" As he leaves, Lucifer says, "Remember the task I gave you." Dolly bows slightly, "Take care, big brother." One of Dolly's men asks, "Boss, who is that guy?" Dolly replies seriously, "Consider him our new boss. Next time he comes, show him proper respect. Now go back to work." Scene shifts to the District Investment Promotion Office. An assistant says, "Sir, we've received an investment application from a company." After reviewing it, the director says, "The conditions are very good. If this company operates successfully, it will bring significant benefits." The assistant adds, "The foreign investors also made a request. An investor from Seoul wants to enroll his child in a school in Jingling City. But there's a problem, the school sessions have already started. and no school is willing to accept a student midterm. The director says, the investor from Seoul has invested a huge amount of money. We can at least fulfill such a small request. Call the education bureau and select the best school for the investor's child. The assistant replies, there's no need to choose a school. They've already selected one. The director says, oh, is that so? Which school did they choose, and what is its ranking? The assistant answers, the school they selected is ranked third from last in the entire district. Scene shifts to Jingling City Airport. A woman says, Mr. Anderson, since you've arrived, I'll take you to the hotel. Anderson replies, no, take me to the police station first. I want to see Wei Shan's case file. The headquarters needs to know exactly what happened. How could he die so suddenly? Later, Anderson arrives at the hotel and makes a call. I'm Anderson speaking. I'm staying at the same hotel where Wei Shan was staying. As soon as I arrived in the city, I went straight to the police station and reviewed Wei Shan's case files. The person on the other end asks, what did the police say? What exactly happened to Wei Shan? Anderson replies, our gold digger number 16, Wei Shan, his cause of death has been ruled completely normal. The forensic report says he suffered a cerebral hemorrhage. After taking a shower, he drank a large amount of alcohol, which triggered a sudden attack. The other person says, looks like Wei Shan died because of his own stupidity. Since it's a natural death, there's no point in investigating further. After all, he was just a tool we used for profit. There's no reason to waste energy on him. Anderson responds seriously, no, I feel something is wrong about Wei Shan's death. I need some time to investigate. I need two things. First, his call records, and second, all details about his life, before he joined us. The other person replies, I can give you that information, but there's no need to dig too deeply. We can't lose focus on our objective. Our project in this country has just started, and Wei Shan was the first person we placed here. Remember, we must work quietly. You may investigate, but it must not affect our business. 1 hour later, Anderson says, I found a clue. Before his death, Wei Shan was in regular contact with a woman named Yan. She was one of the last people he met. She's very ordinary and already married. The other person says, so you think this woman might be connected to Wei Shan's death? But our research shows, she and her husband are completely normal people. And even though Wei Shan was just a gold digger, he wasn't weak enough to be killed easily. I'll give you 7 days. If you find something, good. If not, return immediately. Scene shifts to the next day, outside May's house. Lucifer and May were riding bicycles. Lucifer asks, May, how did you suddenly get a fever? May replies, the heater at home broke last night. I was very cold the whole night, that's probably why I got sick. And Mom and Dad aren't home either. Lucifer thinks, ever since the loan scandal at school, everyone has been talking about Principal Sunday. I'm sure Principal Sun and his wife went to Dolly to arrange money somehow. As Lucifer and May enter the house, Lucifer thinks, someone is here. Behind the wall, Anderson was hiding. Lucifer thinks, whoever entered this house has guts. It's broad daylight, and he still broke in. Meanwhile, May thinks, Lucifer is standing really close to me. Is he about to kiss me? Lucifer says, you shouldn't sleep yet. Your condition is still bad. You need to take medicine first. Where is the medicine kept? May answers, in my parents' room, in the drawer. As Lucifer enters the room, he thinks, the intruder is in this room. He checks the drawer and says, which one of these is the cold medicine? Watching Lucifer, Anderson thinks, he's dressed casually and looks relaxed. This kid is completely ordinary. At the same time, Lucifer thinks, the person watching me is highly skilled, and a foreigner. If he were a normal thief, he'd have panicked already. Lucifer finds the medicine. Suddenly, Anderson jumps, and sticks to the wall behind Lucifer. Lucifer thinks, this guy is very skilled. He goes back to May and says, here, take this medicine quickly. Lucifer thinks, looks like he escaped through the window. Lucifer then uses his power to make May sleepy. May says, why am I suddenly feeling sleepy? It must be the medicine. After May falls asleep, Lucifer says, he escaped through the window. I should follow him. Lucifer jumps out through the window. Scene shifts to Anderson at his hotel. Looking at the list, Anderson says, all these people were close to Wei Shan. Was Wei Shan's death really natural? He crosses out Principal Sun's name. Outside the window, Lucifer watches Anderson silently. Turning around, Anderson thinks, I felt like someone was here, but by then, Lucifer had already left. Lucifer enters a restaurant and says, please give me some noodles and rice. While eating, Lucifer thinks, I didn't expect to run into Anderson so soon. In my previous life, I killed him with my own hands. And honestly, I wouldn't mind doing it again. The narrator explains, in the underworld, there is a gang called Abyss, a B-level organization. Abyss was founded more than 50 years ago, and is filled with powerful and dangerous individuals, who specialize in deadly missions. Within the gang, one man, known as Doctor, is extremely skilled with knives. Another member, Cheetah, possesses incredible speed. Among them is Anderson. The leader of the Abyss gang is known by the nickname Captain, and he is the most powerful member of all. Captain possesses terrifying high-level special abilities. Within the Abyss organization, there is a special position called Gold Digger. These gold diggers live in the normal world, strengthen their businesses, and secretly earn money for the organization. In Lucifer's past life, 3 years later in 2004, the Abyss gang offended Lucifer and even began blackmailing him. Enraged, Lucifer wiped out the entire Abyss gang. Because of that, Lucifer earned the titles, the Abyss Destroyer, and the Hell King. In this life, the Abyss gang has once again begun provoking Lucifer. Lucifer thinks, if that bastard Anderson dares to touch Principal Sun's family, I won't spare him. I'll slaughter every single one of them again. But the problem is, to kill them, I'd have to step back into the underworld. In this life, I want to live as a normal person. I want to change how I live. I won't offend anyone, unless they offend me first. Anderson, you're lucky you crossed out Principal Sun's name. If you hadn't, I would have killed you on the spot. Scene shifts to the next day at school. We see Lucifer playing basketball. A boy steps forward and says, "My name is Zhu Wang, and no one can beat me at basketball." Lucifer casually throws the ball and scores. All the girls start cheering. "Lucifer, you're amazing. You're the most handsome guy in the basketball team." May thinks, yes, Lucifer really is incredibly handsome. After the game, May hands Lucifer some water. Lucifer thinks, why does this water look so strange? May explains, Dad says we shouldn't drink cold water right after exercising. If we do, it can cause stomach pain. That's why I brought you warm herbal water. It's good for your health. Suddenly, someone shouts, "Lucifer, where are you?" Lucifer thinks, who's here now? 4 or 5 boys show up, clearly looking for trouble. A boy in a black jacket says, "You've gotten pretty famous lately, but I'm sick of hearing your name. I'm not happy at all." Lucifer asks calmly, "Who are you people?" Another boy scoffs, "You're really stupid if you don't know him. He's the leader of our school, the great Chen Hao Nan." Another adds, "If this school had only one king, it would be Chen Hao Nan." Lucifer replies politely, "Oh, brother Hao Nan, so it's you. I've admired you for a long time." Lucifer thinks, these guys are my seniors. Hao Nan sneers, "No matter how good you try to act, you're getting beaten today. You won't be able to save yourself." Just then, Lena suddenly appears and hugs Lucifer. She says excitedly, "Appa, I finally found you." Hao Nan thinks angrily, that bastard Lucifer already had a beautiful girl, and now he's got another one. Lucifer thinks, what is Firefly doing here? Sunmay thinks nervously, did Lucifer cheat on me? Who is this girl? Lucifer panics internally, how did Firefly find me here? I never told her anything about myself. What should I do now? Tell her I have a twin brother? Or shout for help, and accuse her of stalking me? No, those excuses are terrible. Anyone would see through them. Then Lucifer realizes, but if you look at it, Brother Hao Nan arrived at exactly the right time. I'll use this opportunity to get out of here. Using his power, Lucifer shoved Lena away. Lucifer said loudly, "Seniors, you're amazing, and I truly believe you'll join the underworld in the future. But today, I'll prove that I'm better than my seniors." With that, Lucifer charged forward to attack. He kicked Hao Nan hard in a critical spot, forcing him to collapse onto his knees. Lucifer shouted, "Say it quickly, tell them to take you to the hospital. If you don't, I'll kill you." Screaming in pain, Hao Nan cried, "Brother, help me. I really need a hospital." Lucifer grabbed Hao Nan and ran away with him. Chasing after them, Lena shouted, "Appa, where are you going?" Sunmay yelled, "Lucifer, wait for me." Hao Nan's men were left behind, confused. What just happened? This Lucifer guy is brutal. He hit the boss in a critical spot. Another one said, but if you think about it, the boss lost in just one hit. Could it be that we're following the wrong boss? Meanwhile, Lena and Sunmay chased Lucifer all the way outside the school. Lena asked anxiously, "Where did Lucifer go?" "Appa, why were you running? Why can't we see you now? Where did you go?" Suddenly, someone grabbed Lena and pulled her into a side alley. There, we saw Lucifer had dumped Hao Nan into a trash bin. Lucifer whispered, "Lena, it's me. Don't scream." As soon as he released her, Lena exclaimed, "Finally, Appa, I found you." Pushing her back slightly, Lucifer thought, she was a headache in my previous life, and she's still a headache in this one. Lucifer said sternly, "First of all, stop calling me Appa. Otherwise, I'll get into trouble for no reason. Now tell me, how did you find me? I never told you anything about myself." Lena replied, "There was some Chinese writing on your coat. I memorized it. When I decoded it, it showed your school name and your city. So I asked my mom to transfer me to the school, and that's how I came here. Earlier, my admission was being processed in the principal's office, when I heard noise from the playground. I saw you there, so I ran over." Lucifer sighed, "Because of you, I'll probably get scolded by the principal too. You don't want your Appa getting into trouble, right?" Lena nodded quickly. "Yes, you're right." Lucifer continued, "If you want to stay near me safely, you must follow some rules." Lena said obediently, "Yes, Appa, I'll do whatever you say." Lucifer said, "First, don't reveal that I came to Seoul, or that I helped your family." Lena thought excitedly, Appa is just like a superhero, hiding his identity. I'm the only one in the world who knows his secret. Second, we'll need to slightly change the story of how we met. I can't speak Korean openly in front of everyone, because they think I don't know Korean. So for now, don't reveal anything. I'll think of a proper explanation. With that, Lucifer turned to leave. Lena asked, Appa, are you leaving already? Lucifer thought, May is still following me. I need to explain everything to her too. Who knows what she's thinking right now? Scene shifted. May was sitting by the roadside, crying. She thought, Lucifer, why did you do this to me? Lucifer handed her a tissue and said, if you keep crying like this, you'll get sick. Why are you crying? What happened? Sunmay asked angrily. First tell me, why did that girl hug you as soon as she arrived? Lucifer replied, you're getting worked up over that? That's exactly why I won't answer, because even if I explain, you won't understand. It's a cultural difference between us. I'll just tell you this, that girl knows me. Sunmay said skeptically, fine, she knows you, but how did you meet her? Lucifer asked casually, when you were running, didn't you bump into someone? May replied, no, I just ran straight here. But what about that girl? She was running after you too. Did she catch up to you? Lucifer answered, no, I didn't see her. She probably ran somewhere else. May snapped, do you think I'm a child? I asked you a question, and you dodged it. Answer me properly. How do you know that girl? Lucifer thought, she's stubborn. She won't let this go without an answer. Just then, Mr. Liu appeared and said, Lucifer, I finally found you. At least everyone is safe. But why did you leave the school without telling anyone? Come with me. The director is very angry. Scene shifts to Director Feng's office. Director Feng was scolding Hao Nan's men. At such a young age, what have you all become? Do you even realize how dangerous your actions are? If you continue like this, you'll destroy your future, and you may even become criminals. When you enter society, will you walk in holding knives and guns? What do you think people will say about the school you graduated from? Mr. Liu said, Director Feng, I've brought Lucifer here. Director Feng thought to himself, I still haven't forgotten what this kid did in Yankeean, and now he's caused trouble again. Director Feng asked sternly, tell me, what exactly happened here? Lucifer replied, all of them came to beat me up. You can see for yourself, I couldn't fight all of them alone. That's why I got scared and ran away. Director Feng said, they don't attack just anyone. Why would they come specifically to attack you? It's not like they dreamed about beating Lucifer at school and then showed up. Lucifer replied, they were bullying me because I'm weak. Director Feng snapped, then why are you talking to your director with such an attitude? Turning to Mr. Liu, he said, call his parents. This child has completely crossed the line. Lucifer said coldly, if you're so angry, go take it out on someone else. Don't ruin my mood. I'm leaving. Do whatever you want. Director Feng shouted, boy, you're completely lawless. I don't know what kind of parents you have, who can't control you at all. Mr. Liu explained, Director Feng, Lucifer's parents are divorced. His father lives abroad, and his mother is in prison. Sunmay thought angrily, Lucifer, you're just leaving like this? You still haven't answered my question. After leaving, Lucifer muttered to himself, I'm really smart. I fooled everyone and finally got out. Scene shifted. That same night, at May's house, Principal Sun said, Lucifer, I heard that a new student transferred today. As soon as she arrived at school, she came straight to you. Do you know that girl? May thought, that's exactly the answer I want too. Lucifer noticed May's swollen eyes and thought, she must have been crying at home. That's why Principal Sun is asking me this. Lucifer replied calmly, Principal Sun, it's just a coincidence. 2 days ago, I was learning how to repair cars at Brother Dolly's workshop. That girl came to me because her car's brakes had failed, and I fixed them for her. Principal Sun said, she's from a foreign country, and isn't that old. Yet she came to you alone? Lucifer replied, no, there were some older people with her. They were following her, but they weren't fluent in speaking, so I had trouble communicating with them. Principal Sun asked, she couldn't even talk to you properly, then why was she so happy after seeing you? Lucifer answered confidently, the answer is simple. Principal Sun, I'm very handsome, that's probably why. Even though I didn't understand her language, I still helped her. Principal Sun thought, Lucifer isn't wrong, he really is handsome, and that girl, Lena, she's pretty too. Kids of the same age getting attracted to each other is completely normal. If these two get closer, I'll be safe between the two sides. Principal Sun said, all right, it's getting late, you should go home now. May said, Dad, I'll walk Lucifer downstairs. After reaching the stairs, Lucifer said, you can go back now. But May suddenly hugged him tightly. May said, that girl hugged you like this in the afternoon, didn't she? Now I've done the same. As she left, May added, all right then, see you tomorrow. Lucifer thought, this is exactly why I gave up my thug life and chose a normal life. This life is really amazing. Scene shifted. Hao Nan regained consciousness and muttered, where am I? What am I doing in this alley? I remember I came to teach that bastard Lucifer a lesson, so where did Lucifer go? Suddenly, a hand slapped him across the face. An uncle shouted, you caused trouble, and didn't even come home afterward. Do you know how badly Director Feng scolded me because of you? It seems I made a huge mistake raising you. When we get home today, I'll teach you a proper lesson, so you'll stop this gangster behavior. Hao Nan thought angrily, today, the small grudge between us has turned into a big one. This matter won't end easily anymore. The slap my dad gave me today, and the beating I'll get at home, I'm keeping track of everything. When I get the chance, I'll return it all. Next day, the teacher said, students, meet your new classmate. This is Lena. She has come here from Seoul, South Korea. She will be studying at our school until graduation. Lena said with a smile, hello everyone. I'm very happy to meet you all. The teacher said, student Lena, please go and sit in the last row, in the seat next to Lucifer. Sunmei raised her hand and said, teacher, our new student is a foreigner. She doesn't understand or speak Chinese very well. If she sits in the last row, she won't be able to hear the lecture properly, and the blackboard is also hard to see from there. You should seat her in the front. Luo King whispered, brother, a secret war has already begun. I'm about to help you, thank me later. Luo King then said aloud, teacher, if that's the problem, I'll go sit in the last row next to Lucifer. I can hear the lecture clearly from my seat anyway. Lena then went and sat in Luo King's seat. The boy sitting next to her said, hello, classmate. Lena replied firmly, be quiet for 2 minutes. She then opened her toolbox and began praying to the heavenly Tao. The boy with glasses whispered, isn't this girl a bit strange? Luo King replied, you should respect her religious beliefs. Lucifer thought to himself, I told her about the heavenly Tao, and now she's actually praying to it. Soon, it was lunchtime. Lucifer was sitting in the cafeteria eating. Lucifer said, the menu said we'd get chicken, but there's no chicken here. May came and sat next to him and said, you know, I brought fresh chicken wings from home. Dad said not to eat too much cafeteria food. They don't even wash the rice properly. As Lucifer ate the chicken wings May gave him, he said, thank you. Just then, May's friend came over and said, what are you doing here? Come eat lunch with us. At that moment, Lena walked up to Lucifer and said excitedly, Appa, you're here. What are you eating? It looks really delicious. Lucifer replied, there's fried chicken inside this bun. Lena said eagerly, I want to eat this too. She opened her mouth and said, feed me. Seeing this, Sunmei became extremely angry. Lucifer thought, this girl is trying to get me killed. Lena grabbed Lucifer and said, Appa, what's wrong? I only want one bite. Please don't act like this with me. Lucifer thought, what are you doing? May is going to explode with anger. I wish God would help me right now. Just then, a voice shouted from behind, Lucifer, are you here? Lucifer thought, this guy is truly God's second form. Whenever I ask for help, he appears. Haonan shouted, you bastard. You ran away yesterday, but you won't escape today. My father gave me some gifts yesterday, and now it's time to give them to you. Everyone whispered, that's Brother Haonan. Lucifer turned around, and casually threw 2 chopsticks onto the ground. Haonan stepped forward and shouted, if you don't kneel down and apologize at my feet, I'll never forgive you. But then Haonan stepped on the chopsticks Lucifer had thrown and slipped, falling flat on the ground. Lucifer said calmly, that must have hurt a lot. He walked up to Haonan and said, you're badly injured, aren't you? Looks like I'll have to take you to a doctor again. Haonan thought fearfully, last time he threw me into a trash bin. Who knows what he'll do to me this time? Terrified, Haonan said, I don't need a doctor. Lucifer replied, I can't just leave you in pain. He lifted Haonan and said, come on, I'll take you to the doctor. Haonan thought miserably, my life was going so well before. I don't know what cursed moment it was, when I offended this bastard. I used to be a terrifying presence in front of everyone, but now I've become a complete joke in front of the whole class. My underworld career has been destroyed by this guy. Scene shifted. We are shown a scene at sea near Seoul. Anderson said, it's possible that number 4's body is in there. My investigation has progressed quite far. As soon as I get results, I'll inform you. No, don't worry. There's no need for revenge. That guy was just one of our gold diggers. But it's very important to know who's doing this against us. What if it's the same person killing all our gold diggers? If that's the case, we'll have to teach him a lesson. Just then, a body surfaced from the water. It was Haju. Scene shifts to Lucifer. Lucifer said, Principal Sun, these days the reason I skip class has become your daughter. Whenever I enter class, it doesn't feel like a normal classroom anymore. It feels like a battlefield. I'm very hungry right now, so I'm going to the black market to eat pancakes. But as soon as he reached Dolly's shop at the black market, he was shocked. From the shop gate to the inside, everything had been destroyed. Lucifer muttered, something definitely went wrong here. He entered the restaurant across the street and asked, Brother, can you tell me what happened to the shop across the road? The man replied, Did you come to buy a bike or a cycle? You don't need to wait for those people anymore. Early this morning, some guys beat them up and kidnapped them. It's said that the one who took them was Lee Kinchan. If Dolly really fell into Kinchan's hands, he won't survive. If Dolly doesn't return alive, just understand that he was taken by Kinchan. I don't understand how Dolly managed to offend someone like him. Lucifer thought, why would Lee Kinchan kidnap Dolly? Scene shifts to a resort in Chang'an, where Kinchan's men were torturing Dolly. Kinchan said, ask the bald guy if he understands who I am now. Dolly cried, Mr. Kinchan, what you're doing is against the rules. Kinchan's subordinate said, Boss, you heard what he said. Kinchan replied coldly, I don't want to hear his nonsense. Dunk him in the water again. Crying, Dolly begged, Master Kinchan, please stop beating me. I didn't try to take advantage of your helper. Please just give me a little more money for my goods. I have many men working under me, and a large family to support. Kinchan said coldly, what qualifications do you have that make you think you can bargain with me? You've been in prison. Do you know that even my elder brother made the same mistake? Because of that, he was sentenced to 10 years in jail, and all of his companions have completely disappeared. All I told you was that I want to take over your shop. So what exactly is your problem with that? Just then, Lucifer kicked the gate open and walked in. Lucifer said calmly, "Looks like I arrived right on time." Kinchan frowned and said, "Who is this guy, and where did he come from? In the last few years, no one has had the guts to beat my men right in front of my own gate." Lucifer replied, "Not only will your men get beaten today, so will you. We're not going to waste time talking nonsense. I'll talk to you after I'm done dealing with your men." Kinchan shouted, "Attack him! Kill this guy!" As Lucifer beat Kinchan's men, he said, "Looks like you still don't understand what I'm saying." He continued beating them, and even started throwing them in water. Panicking, Kinchan said, "My friend, there's no need to kill my men. Let's talk. Whatever problem there is can be solved." Lucifer kicked Kinchan hard and said, "A moment ago, weren't you the one who didn't want to talk? Brother Dolly, wait just 2 seconds. I'll get you out right now." Soon, Lucifer brought Dolly back to his shop. Dolly said, "We used to work under Kinchan's elder brother, but after he went to jail, everything started going wrong for us." Lucifer asked, "So that means your boss and your entire team disappeared? What if Kinchan comes back to attack you again? I can't be your bodyguard forever. I won't always be there to save you." Dolly replied, "That's exactly why everyone ran away. They didn't want to end up like me. I want to gather them again, but I don't have the power or the money. To support everyone, I'd need at least hundreds of thousands of yuan, and we still need money to survive ourselves. My current business is too small to support all of them." Lucifer said thoughtfully, "I see." Dolly continued, "You know it's impossible to keep stealing illegal cars and bikes forever. What if my men steal a vehicle belonging to someone powerful? That day would bring a massive inspection, and I'd end up in jail. That's why this year, I've been talking to an electric vehicle agent. I want to open a small dealership. I know vehicles very well, so this business might work. And if it succeeds, I can give all my brothers proper jobs." Lucifer thought to himself, in just 2 years, the electric vehicle market will explode. In the future, everyone will prefer electric vehicles. The government will soon start offering heavy subsidies. Most importantly, even big cities don't yet have electric vehicle dealerships. Opening the first one in the city would be a very smart move. Dolly may look foolish, but his mind works fast. He might actually achieve something big in the future. Lucifer asked, "If I give you 500,000 yuan, will your business succeed?" Dolly replied excitedly, "That's more than enough. I also have about 200,000 yuan in savings. With that money, I can open a proper dealership and negotiate with the agent. If I open the agency, my old boss might even come back. That alone would benefit me greatly. Kinchan would never dare attack me again, and everything could return to normal." Lucifer said, "All right, I'll give you the money tomorrow." Dolly said emotionally, "Brother, thank you so much. You've invested so much in my business. I'll give you shares in my company. You'll be the real boss." Lucifer replied firmly, "I'm not giving you this money as an investment. Think of it as a loan. When you have the money later, just pay me back." Tears streamed down Dolly's face as he said, "My parents have never done this much for me. I don't know how I'll ever repay you in this life. I promise, I'll be loyal to you for life." Lucifer frowned and said, "You don't need to do all that. If you keep acting like this, I'll beat you right now." Scene shifts to school. A white-haired guy approached Lena and said, "Do you remember? We were together during the biology experiment today. I wrote a letter for you." Lena asked bluntly, "Do you like me?" She took the letter and tore it apart. "I don't like you at all." Luo King sighed, "In today's world, love is very difficult. Everywhere you look, you find broken hearts. Sun Mei, if you want to win Lucifer over, you'll have to work very hard. Everyone knows that this girl is chasing after Lucifer." Sun Mei replied confidently, "It doesn't matter to me. No matter how much she chases Lucifer, Lucifer isn't chasing her. Right now, she probably doesn't even know where Lucifer is. But I do, and that's the difference between us." Mei walked up to Lucifer. Lucifer asked, "Mei, what are you doing here?" Smiling, Mei replied, "My dad said you work part-time here, and since you've started skipping regular classes, I figured I'd have to meet you here." Lucifer thought, she came all this way, just to see me. She must have ridden her bicycle for at least an hour. This place is far from the Jingling district, and it's winter. Coming here in the evening is a big deal. Lucifer said to Dolly, "Brother Dolly, can you bring me a coat or something warm?" Dolly replied, "Wait a second, I'll get it." Lucifer held May's hand and said, "You'll catch a cold. You didn't need to come all the way here." May replied softly, "I'm not cold." Dolly returned with a coat and said, "Brother, I have a coat I've never worn. It'll be perfect for her. By the way, may I know who this little sister is?" Lucifer replied, "Her name is Sun Mei. She's Principal Sun's daughter." Dolly finally understood, so that's why Brother Lucifer was helping Principal Sunday. The real reason is his daughter. As Lucifer helped May put on the jacket, he said, "Wear this, or you'll catch a cold." Dolly said, "I have some work to do, so I'll leave now." Lucifer gently pinched May's cheek and said, "Come on, I'll walk you home." May thought happily, "This is exactly why I came here. I know Lena is after Lucifer, so I have to stay by Lucifer's side. The scene shifts to Lena's house. We see Lena's mother returning home. As she enters, she says to herself, I've taken over my husband's company, but managing it is extremely difficult. I need to put aside my emotional weaknesses and become strong. Just then, a voice speaks from the side. Miss Jiang, you're finally back. Lena's mother asks sharply, who are you? The man replies, my name is Anderson. The reason I'm here is very simple. I haven't come to do anything bad. I just want to ask you a few simple questions, and you'll need to answer them. Miss Jiang says coldly, I don't care who you are. Leave my house immediately, or I'll call my bodyguards. Anderson smiles and says, I thought you'd cooperate, but it seems you're not in the mood. Well, that's fine. I have a very effective way of getting the truth without a fight. I apologize in advance, but my next move is going to hurt a little. Just then, a woman steps out from behind Miss Jiang and says calmly, don't worry, we'll finish our work very quickly. An hour later, Anderson says thoughtfully, this is really impressive. I didn't expect things to be this complicated. A few days ago, Haju and some others teamed up and killed Miss Jiang's husband. They even came here to kill her as well. When they were just about to succeed, a boy suddenly appeared and saved them. To win that boy's favor, their daughter transferred schools and went to China. The most interesting part is that she enrolled in the same school, where Sun Xingli works as a teacher. And that's also where our number 16, Wei Shan, died. Now it feels like all the pieces are coming together. I think I've seen that boy before. He once came to Sun Xingli's house with her daughter. Then Anderson says, we should leave. The woman beside him asks, what about this place? Anderson replies, until we find a suitable gold digger, we'll temporarily take over Haju's property. Once we find someone new to manage everything, things will stabilize. And remember, handle Miss Jiang carefully. If possible, erase her memory. She must never find out that we were here. The scene shifts again. We now see Lucifer and Freya walking together. Freya says cheerfully, brother, am I your puppy? When a cute dog owner takes their dog for a walk, all the girls love them. You walked me through 10 streets, and already 53 sisters have given you their phone numbers. So basically, I'm acting like your puppy, right? Lucifer panics and says, you're only 5 years old. Who taught a little kid like you all this nonsense? Freya replies innocently, my kindergarten friend said she has 8 boyfriends, and that it's an awesome thing. Lucifer thinks to himself, when my friends and I were 5, we could barely put on our pants properly. And these kids already have 8 boyfriends? This generation is changing way too fast. I really need to teach my sister that having boyfriends isn't a good thing, or she'll bring one home someday. Just then, Lena appears and says, Appa, what are you doing here? Is this little girl your sister? My classmates told me, you have a really cute little sister. Lucifer says reassuringly, Freya, don't be scared. She's your brother's friend. Lena sits down and says brightly, hello, my name is Lena. I'm going to be your brother's future wife. Get used to me, because we'll be living together in the future. Freya replies, hello, my name is Freya. Lena continues, I'm 16 years old. My zodiac sign is Leo, and I strongly believe in heavenly Tao. Freya says proudly, I'm 5 years old. My zodiac sign is Scorpio, and I believe in Mother Nature. Lena laughs and says, I call your brother Appa. He's the head of our family. Freya nods seriously, yes, that's right. He's the biggest one in our family. Lucifer thinks nervously, why do these two feel so similar? I need to protect Freya from Lena, or they'll end up exactly the same. Later, we see Lena arrive at Lucifer's house. Lena asks Freya kindly, Freya, would you like to eat this? I'm sure you'll love it. Then she looks at Lucifer and says teasingly, so this is the hot dog you made, right? You know, this food is very popular in Korea. People usually make it for their loved ones. So, what should I take that to mean? Lucifer doesn't respond. Lena thinks to herself with a smile, wow, he's really hard to win. Lena says, Appa, you told me not to use curse words, right? So to improve my habits, I started practicing tongue twisters. And you know what? I practice them very hard every single day. Lucifer thinks to himself, learning a new language this fast is already impressive, and on top of that, she's learning tongue twisters in our language. That's amazing. Lucifer says, alright, then tell me what you've learned. Lena replies proudly, you have no idea how hard I worked for this. I practiced day and night. Then Lena starts reciting a tongue twister. Freya suddenly says, brother, sister's tongue twister is wrong. Lena looks shocked. What? My tongue twister is wrong? How is that possible? I practiced this a lot. Lucifer smiles and says, Freya, tell your sister what the correct tongue twister sounds like. Freya immediately recites the entire tongue twister perfectly. Lena stares in disbelief and says, wait a second, you're only 5 years old, right? And you've memorized such a long tongue twister already? Freya replies confidently, that's not all. I remember a lot more. Lucifer says seriously, Lena, why would I lie to you? All the tongue twisters and scriptures you're reading, Freya already knows them. She can recite them, and also tell you how to pronounce them correctly. Then Freya starts reciting all the scriptures, and tongue twisters one by one. Lena laughs and says, Freya, you're amazing. A little later, Lena goes downstairs. Lucifer says firmly, until you memorize all of this properly, don't come back to me. Lucifer thinks to himself, this is actually great. Freya has taken charge of Lena today. Until Lena learns everything properly, she won't bother me. Suddenly, Lucifer notices that someone is watching him. The scene shifted. We see a man watching Lucifer from the top of a building through binoculars. That man reports, Mr. Anderson, Lena has left Lucifer's side. And our target, Lucifer, is heading back upstairs. So far, I don't see anything suspicious. The man on the other end replies, for now, ignore Lena and focus only on him. Another voice asks Anderson, are you sure Lucifer is the same person who appeared in Seoul? It's possible we're mistaken. Anderson responds firmly, when everyone says there's no problem, that's exactly when I know something is wrong. If I feel something is off, then it definitely is. We need to speed up the investigation and capture them tonight. It doesn't matter what his purpose is, or whether he's dangerous to our organization. First, we capture him. Then we interrogate him. Until everything is clear, we don't let him go. The woman beside Anderson says, the doctor is positioned at Lucifer's back door. Cheetah is standing near the exit. Anderson replies, Alpha is handling the sniper coverage. We'll attack from the front. Tell Doctor and Cheetah to be ready for action. If our target tries to escape, they must act within 5 minutes. The woman confirms, Alpha, you heard that, right? We need to take action within 5 minutes. Suddenly, Lucifer speaks calmly, yes, I heard everything. You bastards are planning to take action against me. The person you're talking about is standing right beneath my feet. I'm right next to your Alpha. So hurry up and come here. I just finished eating, and I still have dishes to wash at home. So don't be late. Alpha shouted angrily, don't be so arrogant, kid. You've fallen into the hands of Abyss. Tonight, we'll kill you. Lucifer stomped his foot hard and said coldly, you're under me right now. Think 1,000 times before saying anything. Otherwise, I'll kill you in a single move. At that moment, Anderson, the doctor, and the woman arrived. Anderson said, let Alpha go. Lucifer replied, I'm having way too much fun keeping my foot on him. I can't just let him go. So tell me, how do you expect me to calm myself down? Anderson said coldly, then go and capture that girl. She's only 5 years old. Killing her won't be a problem. Scene shifted. We see Cheetah sitting on Lucifer's rooftop. Like Spider-Man, he slides down, heading toward Freya to kill her. Lucifer said angrily, Anderson, are you threatening me? I can tell you this, you've made a huge mistake. Lucifer then stomped on Alpha, and killed him instantly. Lucifer said, the first price of your mistake has already been paid by your friend. Anderson shouted furiously, you bastard. You won't survive. On the call, Anderson yelled, Cheetah, don't hesitate for even a second before killing that girl. But Lucifer used his power and froze Cheetah in place. Cheetah thought in panic, what's happening? Why can't I move my body? Lucifer then pulled Cheetah toward himself using his power, and twisted his neck. Lucifer said coldly, your second man is dead too. Anderson thought in shock, Cheetah was 20 meters away, and yet he twisted his neck using his ability. What kind of powers does this guy have? Anderson shouted, everyone, stay alert. This man is extremely dangerous. Don't hesitate before using your powers. The woman with Anderson then activated her mental shock ability. Lucifer smirked and said, so you have mental shock powers? Let me try giving you one too. Lucifer released a mental shock so powerful that she went insane and died on the spot. Lucifer said calmly, 3 are gone. Only 2 left. Anderson screamed, you killed my teammates. I won't let you live. Lucifer replied, relax. You're the only one left now. As he said this, Lucifer took control of Anderson's body. But suddenly, the doctor threw a dagger at Lucifer. Dodging the attack, Lucifer said, Doctor, it's been a long time since we met. The doctor panicked. How do you know me? This is our first meeting. Lucifer shocked the doctor's arm and broke it. But we see that the doctor had already placed a dagger behind Lucifer, using his knife control skill. Lucifer said calmly, I know everything about your knife control skills. You used the same tricks in my previous life to try to kill me. And you failed back then too. Lucifer then used the doctor's own knife, and killed him on the spot. Lucifer said, 4 are gone. Only 1 left. Anderson, think carefully about what's going to happen to you. Anderson threw his weapon at Lucifer and ran away. Anderson thought desperately, what kind of monster is this? Whether it's physical strength or abilities, he's strong in every way. Lucifer appeared behind him and said, trying to run away? Lucifer then snapped Anderson's neck. 5 down. Lucifer loaded all their bodies into their own car. Then he used Anderson's phone to call the captain. The captain said cheerfully, Anderson, you called very quickly. It looks like the operation was a success. You must have killed the target already. Lucifer replied calmly, Captain, you're very naive. I killed all 5 of your men, including Anderson. If you have time, use your people to pull their bodies out of the river. They worked hard for you. At least they deserve a proper burial. And here's a piece of advice. Don't come into my territory. Otherwise, your entire gang will be wiped out without warning. The captain said in shock, are you returning to the underworld, Hell King? You left that life, didn't you? After returning to home, Lucifer thought to himself, I've killed many of the captain's elite men. He won't dare to act for a few days. But I also need to stay cautious. I used a lot of my power today. In my previous life, I only had to protect myself. That's why things were easier back then. But now, I have many people to protect. The good thing is that the distance between me and Cheetah was only 20 meters. If it had been half mile, my power wouldn't have worked, and something terrible could have happened to Freya. While taking a shower, we see blood flowing from Lucifer's body. Lucifer says, reaching the peak of my power from my previous life is extremely difficult. I only killed 5 people, and yet my body is already injured and bleeding. But at least my strength performed better than I expected. I wonder what level my power has reached now. Though, in the end, it doesn't matter. No one in this world can measure my power. In my previous life, people called me a freak. Everyone had a single type of supernatural power, but my power was something no one could ever understand. Next, we are shown a cafeteria scene 2 days later. Lena says, Appa, you're sleeping on the desk again? Then she continues, Appa, I brought you some ginseng chicken soup. I'm sure you'll like it. Lucifer replies, no, it's fine. I'm not really hungry. Lena insists, Appa, at least drink a little, for my sake. When you came to my house before, you really liked it. Mom said that if you have a cold, this soup helps you recover faster. By the way, Appa, what would you like to eat for dinner tonight? I'll ask the chef to prepare it. Lucifer says, just have crab prepared for me. I've been craving it. And make some noodles for Freya. She really likes them. On the side, we see the boy sitting, who had once given Lena a love letter, but she rejected him. He thinks angrily, this makes me so mad. This guy is ordering Lena around like that. Just because he's handsome, doesn't mean he can do whatever he wants. Only because of his face, he gets all the advantages. Such a beautiful girl is chasing after him like this. Who does he even think he is? His background isn't even impressive. Lena stands up and says, all right, I'm going upstairs now. Enjoy your lunch. Lucifer thinks, I'm not eating this because of May, but honestly, this food is really delicious. Just then, May walks over to Lucifer. May says, quickly put this on. You've been coughing badly for the past 2 days. It's already very cold outside, and you're bound to get sick. And why wouldn't you? You keep walking around all day wearing such a thin jacket. Wear this thick jacket, it's much better for you. Lucifer replies, May, did you bring your dad's sweater for me? Does your dad know about this? May says casually, Dad has plenty of sweaters at home. If I take one, he won't even notice. Hurry up and put it on. Lucifer thinks, this sweater is a bit old-fashioned. That's why I wear this jacket, it looks much cooler. May, almost crying, says, so you won't wear the things I give you, but you'll drink the chicken soup someone else gave you? Lucifer quickly responds, why are you saying that? I'll wear it right now. Lucifer puts on the sweater. May then asks, Lucifer, should I talk to the teacher, so you can take a few days off? You really don't look well. Lucifer thinks for a moment and says, if I calculate the timing, I still have some things left to do. Then Lucifer explains, May, you know I work with Brother Dolly, right? They're getting some new cars soon. We're negotiating prices with a manufacturer. I'll probably be going on a business trip soon. That way, I can properly understand the car business. May asks in surprise, you're going on a business trip? Lucifer reassures her, don't worry, I'll only be gone for 3 or 4 days. I'll definitely be back by the weekend, and maybe my health will improve during the trip. Freya is still in kindergarten right now, but if I'm late returning this weekend, can you take care of her? May replies, okay, then next Friday, I'll take Freya to my house. Scene shifted, we are shown March 20th, 2001, Kathmandu, Nepal. Lucifer hands money to a man and says, I need to go to Lukla first, and then to EBC. Quickly contact someone who can take me there. The man replies, I have some friends who are going to EBC tomorrow by helicopter, but it'll be difficult to convince them to take a stranger along. Lucifer says firmly, I must go to Everest Base Camp. If you can make it happen. As he says this, he places another thick stack of cash on the desk. The man smiles and says, my friends are good people, especially when it comes to helping young people. They probably won't refuse. Your work will be done. Scene shifts again. March 21st, 2001, Lukla Airport. A man announces, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to depart. We see a girl named Nancy, who is 18 years old. With her is Lux, who is 34. Nancy asks, Uncle Ben, are we ready? Dad said there would be one more guest traveling with us. Uncle Ben replies, it looks like the last guest is arriving now. I'm sure he'll be on this helicopter. Lucifer approaches them and says politely, sorry for being late. A man steps forward and says, Vincent told me about you. I need to check your passport. Lucifer replies calmly, no problem. You can check it. We see that Lucifer was using a locally made fake passport. The man asks, what's your name? Lucifer answers, my name is Chen Yen. I'm 21 years old, and I live in Hong Kong. The man in the black jacket says, your English is excellent, and your accent is very similar to people from London. I've traveled the world many times, and I really like your accent, Mr. Chen. It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope we'll enjoy traveling together. But I should tell you, you only paid for the flight. If anything happens to you along the way, we won't be responsible. Once we land at Everest Base Camp, our partnership ends. Lux observes Lucifer and thinks, he must be a complete beginner. Experienced climbers wouldn't waste their battery like this. He's been listening to music non-stop since he arrived. Charging batteries at EBC isn't easy, it costs a lot. He's very slim and handsome, but he doesn't look like someone who's ever climbed before. I think he's just here for fun. He'll only watch others climb. He won't be able to climb himself. He doesn't understand how dangerous Mount Everest really is. He's foolish, but also strangely calm. Lucifer suddenly says, "Hello, miss. You look familiar. I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. By the way, is your nickname Hummingbird?" What happens next will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.